What are we hitting? What's our topics? What is the order? Or should we look
No, forget the topics. Forget the topics. I'll speak to you. We've started.
I think so.
Your views on alternative media versus mainstream.
Yeah.
Ursula was here a few months ago. I think someone asked a question. I don't know if it was about the podcast industry, but I ended up responding and getting quite emotional about how mainstream doesn't take us seriously.
Yeah.
And how I think if mainstream doesn't adapt, they're going to collapse. And bazosncenga for assistance and what. And I was like, at that point, we'll say, fuck you, because when there was a chance for us to have a chat, you guys didn't want to chat. And you sent me a really dope video from Instagram today about how YouTube is taking over mainstream television globally.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to start with that chat. Now, with your thoughts around alternative versus mainstream and where we're going, generally.
You know, no one would have ever thought, before we even go that deep, no one would have ever thought that media would be this big thing. If you look at the top maybe 5 billionaires, majority of them I think are in media. If you look at Larry Ellison, I think, who was number 1 billionaire for a week or something like that.
It was, I'm ashamed.
Yeah. He's part of the people who are running TikTok in the USA. Him and the CIA, and I don't know the third
And
partner.
the CIA?
Yes, it's 3 people that are part
The
of
CIA?
it. CIA or FBI, yeah. They're part of it.
Officially, everyone knows.
Yeah. If you research it, it's either the CIA or FBI.
I'm going to check it just now.
Please check it.
Hey,
Please
it's
check
fucking bullshit.
Please check it. It's 3 entities that are running it. You look at Elon Musk, you look, with TikTok. You look at Jeff Bezos. I think he bought, what is that? It was one of the biggest newspapers in the USA.
I don't think the name is important. This is Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, you know. So if you look at all these big guys, they all have a thing in media. And if you look at the transition of the previous billionaires, it was, one would say tech. Before that, it would be what? Farming, mining, oil industry and whatnot.
Washington Post.
Washington Post.
Yeah, Jeff
so
Bezos.
It says something. It says something about the power of media. And what's crazy about them is that these guys are buying alternative media. If you look at it's Larry Ellison, the owner of Oracle.
Yeah.
You can go, sir.
TikTok is expected to sell its US assets to a consortium of investors, companies, and wealthy individuals. Trump listed Oracle's Larry Ellison, Rupert Murdoch, and Michael Dell as involved in the deal. ByteDance, TikTok's global parent, is expected to maintain a minority stake. I'm going to try and look for
that's what I spoke about.
That CIA or whatever thing.
Yeah. So if it tells you that there is something there that the guys are buying into. Larry Ellison, his kid, just closed one of the biggest deals. He bought Paramount, I think. I think he bought Paramount.
I think I also saw that.
Yeah. So which shows you that there's something huge about media. If you look at the investments in the UAE, media is in the top 2. I forgot what's number 1 that they're investing in. So most studios are going to go that side because the tariffs are better, tax rebates are better. So there's something that these guys are realizing that they have to invest in media. The big guys where they almost have a chokehold on is sports. Because if you look at how Disney, you look at how Netflix, you look at Apple TV, they are buying UFC rights, baseball rights. So that's where they know that maybe the other small mainstream medias cannot compete in. But YouTube is equally as well as buying it, is going into sports as well now, live broadcast of sports. ESPN has been bought as well. So there is something about media. But now the question is what you're speaking about is who... Money is going to become the biggest determining factor.
Money?
Yeah. The thing about alternative media, why people are loving it, and when you speak alternative media, for me, you're speaking YouTube. For me, that's the biggest disruptor in the world.
Only
YouTube and TikTok.
Before you go into that, TikTok's parent company ByteDance is a privately held company founded by Chinese entrepreneurs, but it is not owned by the CIA. In fact, an American company with ties to the CIA, Oracle, that's Larry Ellison,
Yes,
is a key part of the current plan for an American-controlled entity to take over TikTok's US operations. So I guess the link becomes Oracle, Larry Ellison to the CIA. Not necessarily that the CIA owns it, but someone that, it's mhlambe Edwin Sodi, who's maybe worked with the government, or mhlambe uspana with the Department of Defense or amaphoyisa, special forces, who own something, knowing very well ukuthi America, they...
Yeah, because what I read, the article I read was that the CIA is going to be the arm of it that is vetting the back end of it. Like, are people infiltrating it outside of the USA?
The CIA was Oracle's first customer in 1977.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame him, man. I mean, it makes sense, man. I mean, when they came in, they understood bandwidth, this thing of cloud. Oracle is huge. It's not just a play company.
TikTok has been hiring former CIA, FBI, and NSA officers. Okay. Anyways.
Is it the American version or the global?
I don't know. I'd have to go into the article.
Is it?
Yeah. So you were saying it's going to boil down to money.
Yeah, it's going to boil down to money, in fact. If you look at even when you have to buy sports right, whether it's UFC or whatever, it's about the highest bidder. And what's crazy is that, about Netflix and the big guys, they have like big pockets, like huge pockets. You look at the transition of Formula One being sponsored by Rolex until LVMH put in like a huge number. And they're like, hey man, look, Rolex, we have to push you to the side,
Siyabonga bafowethu kodwa hayi ngathi sesigrand wamanje.
And what does that tell you? It tells you that in fact the next billionaires are all gonna come from media, man. For the next 2, 3, 4 years, they're all gonna come from media. And now for young guys, the question is, and I think we're speaking about it now, is that I think in anything, there's going to be a monopoly. And this is what heading 0 to 1 speaks about. 0 to 1. Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel, at the end of his book, it's so amazing. He says his business principles is, if he's not buying a business that holds a monopoly, for him it means nothing. He doesn't believe in this thing of free market. People can come in and compete. It's like, I want to be in the top 2 globally or forget. So he believes in monopoly. And I think what we're speaking about is the fact that most of these companies, even YouTube itself, has its own people that are promoting these brands, or own people that are promoting YouTube. So now it's almost like we need to compete, not necessarily with how YouTube is going to pay us, but your Stephen Bartlett or Mr. Beast. What's that show that went from YouTube to Netflix? They're also associated with Mr. Beast. Green what? I forgot. Didn't want to Z5, man. Sidemen.
It's called Sidemen.
Sidemen as well. You know what I mean? So for me, man, the alternative media is the key. But even in that, there's going to be a monopoly. So you need to figure out how do you become part of that monopoly. In SA, one could say McG, I don't know who else, are part of that monopoly where most of probably of the advertising, when you get most of the podcast, will go to him. And it becomes tough to compete. What are you checking there?
I'm checking Lente Sidemen. The Sidemen have a documentary on Netflix titled The Sidemen Story, while Mr. Beast has a show, Beast Games, on Amazon Prime Video. Okay.
So, but those are the guys that are almost promoting YouTube.
Sure.
So my only thing is, look, alternative media is very, very important. And I love the fact that you can't shut people down, man. I think mainstream media struggling with the fact that we can swear, we can say whatever we want to say. With our interviews are 3 hours, 4 hours, something that they thought is not possible. They thought 24 minutes is enough for a human being to watch something and that's it.
Many of us thought Joe Rogan, no one will fucking watch 3 hours.
Yeah.
He broke.
Yeah.
In a time where if it's a TikTok video can be 10 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yeah. The danger with alternative media is the fact that it's moving too fast. I don't know if you know about, I think we did speak about it. In America now, they're realizing that there's the issue of the second screen.
Okay.
Where you're watching something on TV and you're still on your phone.
Sure.
So now, how Hollywood is trying to compete with that is that with whatever you're watching on TV, every 3 minutes or 2 minutes, they must introduce something new so that they take you off the phone to go back to the movie that you're watching. So now they're starting to how they write scripts is not the same anymore.
Oh, that's too much work.
Yeah. But the thing is, they need to compete because of this second screen thing that's taking place.
Lento a second screen, like South Africa, became big Sunday television. Is it Mzansi?
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah. Date My Family.
Date My Family, what, where people would watch. Date My Family, My Perfect Wedding. Was there another one? Our Perfect Wedding.
No, there's a drama, but they will change. Yeah,
sure.
So
people, you couldn't watch that thing without seeing what people are saying on Twitter.
Exactly. So now that thing has become a problem. You know what I love about Hollywood? They give you all the facts. That's what I love about America, man. You know, all the data they give it to, like, guys, this is the issue we're facing, and we think this is the solve. In SA, you don't find that type of data. So when I read that article, I'm like, yes. So right now, when you write a script now, you need to factor in this issue of the second screen. And how do you compete with the second screen? And what people are realizing that the second screen generation is because of TikTok. YouTube now, big as it is, sees TikTok as a threat.
It is a threat.
Yes.
TikTok is the best social media platform.
Yeah.
Anyone who's honest.
Yeah.
Because people won't watch your podcast. At some point, I thought TikTok was going to be a marketing tool for people to be like, ish, out in your buga. No. People are fine with that 2 minutes, like, Penuel out. My worry with what you're raising, or one of the things I'm thinking of is, you know, when they got the Podcast and Chill network to get on TV, was MultiChoice trying to save themselves? Were they trying to experiment with podcasting to maybe start commissioning podcasts? Or did they not realize that they were making a mistake of showing TV people, this is what's on YouTube. And now these people watching on Mzansi Wait or whatever, or Podcast and Chill, end up going to YouTube and making a mistake. Because what you was making the example of the Sideman, Mr. Beast, where they might say, no, we're trying to bring the YouTube audience here. They might actually not bring anyone. Instead, they might lose people that were here saying, I was watching DSTV because I didn't want to watch podcasts. Now I'm watching. Oh, it's not that bad. Now I'm going to watch on YouTube.
It's the video that I sent you today. I was supposed to send you another one.
Sure.
It was speaking about how YouTube killed late night television. Because but in America, for the longest of time, late night TV was heavy money. I don't know which guy was part of late night TV. They fired from ABC News.
Not Jimmy Kimmel.
I think it is. He came back.
He said something about Charlie Kirk. Yeah.
Yes, I think he came back. He did nice numbers. I think 4 million people watched. Then ABC News on YouTube, it hit about 20 million.
Yes.
And then they're like, yes. So tonight we're funding this thing on national TV. It goes on YouTube. YouTube is going to get a share from this thing.
Sure.
Marisha 20 meter. They're like, no, man, we need to figure out how do we compete with this thing. And it's like, how do you compete with that? If the example here, DSTV, I was in a meeting with CEs, commissioning editors at MultiChoice, and the CE was showing us a reference video. So she's sharing her screen. And then she goes on YouTube to play the video. She doesn't have, she's going to kill me for sharing this story. She doesn't have YouTube Premium. So in the room, we're like, I'm fair to, what about YouTube Premium? She's like, yay, you guys are taking our customers. You guys on your podcast, Debza. That's why I won't get YouTube Premium, because I work here and I need to be loyal to traditional TV. Sure. And she's like, you guys are taking our customers, which is a fact.
But the irony of this story is she's at MultiChoice playing a reference video from YouTube. So it's a double whammy. I don't want to support this, but you're showing us from
but
YouTube.
I guess she's saying I don't have a premium one. At least
No,
I'm
besides
better
premium, those are the
than-
ads.
Yeah, no,
But
for
you're
sure.
still on YouTube. I wanted to read this because you mentioned Hollywood trying to make stories interesting every few minutes so that you're
have to.
forced to engage.
Yeah.
That's so
With the
dangerous
second
what they're
screen.
trying to do.
Yeah.
I saw this, I don't know if it was a TikTok or what. There's apparently a rise in short Chinese dramas. The length of short Chinese romance dramas, it's called Duanzhu, varies significantly with typical formats, including very short 1 to 2 minute episodes. Often with hundreds of episodes in a series, or slightly longer dramas with episodes ranging from 9 to 15 and 30 to 40 minutes. Apparently, this is the new in thing. And this is what, I guess, for some of us, like Mzansi, we know Mklampa Maskits.
Yeah.
Mklampa Shelly Chair. These guys
Sure,
are making, if you imagine Mklampa the Bold and the Beautiful, they're trying to package, wait, what's this? 2 minutes of, are you big on TikTok?
No, not big. Not big.
Sometimes Facebook no like a mini movie. You've never seen that? Where someone's like, and then he arrived and he saw the girl of his dreams. And then next thing they're getting in a car and you're like, it's almost like a trailer, but it's a story.
Yeah.
It's a real story. In fact, to see this figure where either it ends or they're like, and then she drove away and he was like, what is he going to do? Then you're like, no, Fitz, I need to know what's going on here. But just 2 minutes. Apparently, this is the new big thing, and it's making a lot of fucking money in China.
You know who also started something like that, but they didn't continue with it? I just forgot the name, but I got it now. It's Sanlam. Sanlam in 2017 did a WhatsApp telenovela.
What on WhatsApp?
Yeah, you would watch it for like a minute or two. It ends. Then next week they launch another episode. I think if they carried on, they could have been very big. You must check it out. Sanlam debuts SA's first WhatsApp drama novella marketing campaign. It was dope. I watched a few eps.
Sure.
But they just didn't carry on with it. This thing of 2 minutes, something else, 2 minutes, something else. So it's...
There was a time when, I just don't remember the show, or if it was a unique show, but they were trying on TV to see if they could start a show and then get people to text what they want to see happening. It was very short-lived, and I think it was horrible acting or whatever, but I guess these are all the experiments. They just don't experiment well enough.
When you're speaking about the DSTV thing with Wu McG and the other guys that went there, Bulasis and all, the insight is saying that we needed to figure out if we need to have a podcast channel. That's how we took this thing there.
Sure.
We have the funds to get these guys, come in, let's put it in there, because we don't have a solution to compete with YouTube.
Yeah.
And one of them is, okay, guys, there's eyes there. Take these people, put them onto mainstream TV. But now the flaw with that is when people think of alternative, they don't think of an alternative that's within a mainstream thing.
Sure.
So if they want to watch YouTube, they'll go to a big screen, switch on YouTube.
Sure.
They don't want to go into a satellite, a DSTV,
Sure.
or that ETV one. I forgot what it's called. What's the ETV satellite? Starset, not Starset? Evod. People don't want to go in there then watch something. Because people literally separate the two. Once you're a proper network, they don't want you, they don't want to see anything alternative there. Equally, I think if Abu McG or Season Pofu or whoever are the big podcasters, they put a telenovela there, I don't think people will also watch there.
A telenovela on their channel?
Yeah, I don't think people will watch.
Let me read this article for you.
Sure.
Because there's something else I want to ask. NBCnews.com.
Yeah.
Vampires, Romance, and Billionaires. The bite-sized Chinese shows gaining US fans. It's a bit of an article. As US television series produce longer and fewer episodes, a new genre from China is gaining American fans by going in the opposite direction. Known as mini dramas, micro dramas, or vertical dramas, they are soap operas condensed into 1 minute or 2 minutes per episode. Each show, reminiscent of a telenovela, is divided into dozens of chapters, each about 2 minutes long, and with all the soapy elements: cheesy romance, over-the-top drama, and abundant cliffhangers. In inverted commas, the revenge ones, oh my God, they're so good. So revenge is all these things that we used to love in South Africa. Love triangle, revenge, all those things. Or rags to riches, I think is the other one. No, Nemit. California-based retail business owner Jacarius Murphy told NBC News in a video interview. Murphy is a fan of the mini dramas known as Duanzhu in Chinese, which focus heavily on romance, revenge, and fantasy. The stories tend to involve wealthy characters, such as a chief executive who's secretly a vampire or a billionaire living a double life. Characters often played by American actors. People want this fast dopamine hit, and they can snack on it while they're waiting, said Anina Net, an American actor based in Los Angeles who has worked on mini dramas for the past 4 years. The genre originated in China, where production companies have tapped into the popularity of short-form, vertical-produced TikTok-style video content. About half of China's 1.4 billion people consume dramas in this style, according to a report released in March by the state-owned China Netcasting Services Association. Half of 1.4 billion is 700 million people. This is why I wanted to read this article, and I don't think I'm going to carry on reading beyond this. The industry made $6.9 billion US in revenue last year, more than China's total box office sales. So njengoba sifunda le nto fethu, this could be like an opportunity even la eMzansi.
Sure.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen Udlamini Star. Udlamini Star is a channel it's a comedy channel on YouTube. They're almost going back into those old styles of Osgoodis Nice and
Nice. Sure.
So if Udlamini Star you can do 1-2 minute skits, they could, because I think they've got over 1 million subscribers.
Dlamini Star.
Yeah. Yistar, MDM sketch comedy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I know the Untang.
1.37 million subscribers.
I love the one with his brother, Lentone Lenganile. I know this guy. He's dope.
So if you look at some of the episodes, 28, 25, 16, 23, 20, 22, and look, even when you watch Fetu, they skits. So if you can just take those skits, but I guess the challenge for us now is imali, ngoba YouTube Shorts pay fuck all.
You know,
I don't know if you've seen the revenue there. Hey, it's fucking bad.
I wanna shout out this guy. He didn't tell me to shout out, but as you're speaking about it now, Chris did something that is flipping incredible. Chris Khatebe, R-A-D-B-E, Chris Q Khatebe.
Oh, he's a writer.
He's one of the biggest writers in this country. Most of the biggest shows or telenovelas that you guys have watched, he's written them. Isbaya being one of them. Chris dropped high quality drama episodes on YouTube. And they are a hit. 31 minutes, this first one. And it's an all-star cast. All-star cast, shot in one location. But it's like professional people, like the best art people, the best DOP, the best makeup. I mean, he knows everyone. Everyone wants to work with Chris. He drops about 5 episodes on YouTube. It's called Shut Up, Men Are Talking.
Shut Up, Men Are Talking.
Shut Up, Men Are Talking. Episode 1, 2.1 million views in 1 month. 1.3 million episode 1 month ago. So, and when he speaks about it, it's like, in fact, I'm starting to challenge the status quo, because I've got an issue with the fact that I have to be commissioned for me to be sustainable in this country.
Yeah.
And that's the issue we're facing generally, I think. This
is on his channel, Chris Q Khatebe.
Yes.
With an
Chris,
R,
yes.
Khatebe, Ratebe.
Yeah. And he speaks about, in fact, I'm challenging this thing, Fit, because now I want to sell products. But right now, who I'm selling to has got a certain way in how things should be done.
Certain format, yeah.
You know what I mean? So now it's like, man, I'm going to put this thing out there.
11 minutes, 10 minutes, 14 minutes. Yeah. I see there's an omnibus for 1.5 hours.
Yeah. That guy gave you a quality drama that you'd see on TV. He put it out on YouTube.
I see some of the shows, Adulting, Shaka Ilembe,
Ifalake, Chris.
Breezy.
Yeah. He realized, in fact, he was like, man, I'm angry at the industry, in fact. So, but too, you guys must donate, because I'm dropping these things for you guys. Probably someone will pick it up at a nice fee.
That's the hope.
Probably.
For now.
Probably.
I guess for now is a start to say, but I'm going to pilot this thing without begging. I'll keep making it. We'll see how it goes. If you give me money, we make it full scale. If not, maybe he keeps trying to do this. But to $6.9 billion US is not a joke.
Yeah.
And we don't know how big this market is.
Yeah.
Whenever we see these opportunities, you don't think $6.9 billion. You think 6.9 million rands. Can we go minute?
Yeah.
And how do we copy what they've done in terms of, if it's ever on TikTok, they're getting paid. And this is one of the problems. TikTok is not paying creators like Africa.
I'm trying to figure out what. There was a country that Netflix tried to go into, because I've read it's not the culture map. Culture map is the lady that wrote the culture book here in Netflix. There was a country that they wanted to go into. And one of the things that the government said to Netflix is the fact that your CEO within this country, I forgot which country is it, man, and the top level people in this country, they're going to earn more than our doctors. And we can't allow that as a country. So we need you guys to leave.
The culture map, Breaking Through the Invisible Boundaries of Global Business by Erin
Culture
Meyer.
map is the lady who wrote the Netflix book.
This lady who wrote.
Yeah, she was with Reed Hastings for 6 months.
Oh, you speak about Erin Meyer.
Yeah, Erin Meyer. She
wrote the Netflix book.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying we must refer to this book specifically. Okay, Erin Meyer. No, and I've had to search out that. See if you can search for that other thing.
Does YouTube have paywalls?
I'll answer that just now.
So say for instance.
I'll answer you just now.
No,
you remember?
I just want to also put in a
Okay.
on top of that question.
Faka mic tube.
Ah,
Wa re bolaya. Wa bona re bua re le treatiwe kenya mic.
it's just one question.
It might not be one question because we
Rules,
actually
no rules.
we're having an important chat here.
Yeah, tube faka mic.
Stuff that affects all of us. You're gonna want to say something.
So what I'm asking,
If Caesar asks another question, he must put on the mic.
He will ask another question. He's just
Aye,
being
Tube.
stubborn. But please carry on, sir.
so the scenario I want to put on top of this is, if there is a paywall on YouTube, say Chris Q put this thing up and maybe sold a ticket for R1 per view. And
As a potential solution.
as a potential, he could have maybe made 2 point something million on that. And how much of that then would YouTube take as a percentage for it being on their platform?
I see. I don't know.
Okay, we'll
That's
speak
why
about that.
Ulojo says he'll answer it.
No Rules
Yeah, that's
is the name of the book. Netflix and the Culture of Reinvention, written by Erin Meyer, who's the author of The Culture Map,
And Reed
Reed Hastings, the CEO of Netflix,
co-founder and CEO of Netflix.
worth almost $6 billion US.
You know, the first thing they speak about in that book is, and they speak about what are the things that make a company work. He says, high talent density individuals. Hey,
High talent density.
individuals.
Oh, that's what we call high performance.
Yeah.
Normal people.
Yeah, normal people. Hey, the way he breaks it down is like, with those people, you don't have to worry whether they're gonna come on time. Will they overuse Ikatia, Sespanini? Will they flip and bring a dog to work? Like, you don't have to set rules for those people because their level of performance and their obsession of their work is insane. Those are the people I'm hunting for. I will get them soon. But anyway, what are you checking out?
These are the issues we have. I actually took out my book because I want us to do a case study.
Okay.
For ease.
I need water.
Okay. No, it's podcast and chill. What are we looking at? Podcast and chill. Episode do about 300,000, 400,000 views.
Yeah.
Maybe let me use 300,000 for ease views. And then what I want to do here is number one, ask the question of how views are collected. And the second question being the comparison with mainstream. Because this is gonna help give us like some type of picture of where we are and where we're going. So Dube, you ask about paywalls, and I don't have an answer for you because I don't know. We'd have to research. What I do know is that YouTube has got a membership option where if you pay a certain amount, you have certain access to certain content and benefits. What I don't know in detail, which you'd also have to research, is it possible Well, number one, you can have different classes of membership at different rates with different benefits. You can load certain content that can be watched by certain members, is the one thing. I'm not sure. What am I not sure of? No, what I'm not sure of is not important. So you have that. I don't know if YouTube has the ability to say, upload content and only someone, because there's something called the super thanks, where someone can give you like 50 Rand or 100 Rand or however much they want, where they can set up that if someone can give a super thanks of 100 Rand, they can access this one piece of content maybe for the next 24 hours, or they can download it or whatever. I don't know if they have that functionality. So this is something we need to check. I haven't done the research, but I see a lot of celebrities in South Africa are getting big on TikTok live. The last time in South Africa, one of the things I know, because I've been there and I did it a few times, but then I stopped. When you go on a live, I think people tap the screen. The tapping of the screen tells other people that I'm watching, number one. And then people can send gifts, flowers, roses.
Big on that.
On TikTok Live.
Yeah, here.
And you can convert that into real money.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of celebrities are doing that. So I don't know if it's possible for like a Chris Q Khadebe to say, on this day or on these days, I will drop this thing on a TikTok Live. Please share gifts as an idea.
Sure.
Zoom. I'm not really sure how Zoom works, but I know there's people that do events and conferences on Zoom, and people pay to get like the link. So if ever you sold tickets, maybe through these ticketing, web tickets or whatever to watch, or find some portal. If you're on Patreon, we send you the link. Angas.
Another controversial one, we spoke about it. OnlyFans.
Let me actually add OnlyFans.
Please add OnlyFans there, because I know people think we're speaking about Mapona, but
yeah, it's fine.
If you unpack it.
I wanted to say we're moving towards pay-per-view, because this is how Abu Floyd Mayweather make money.
Yebo.
This paywall to say, if you want to watch this thing, you must pay to gain access.
Yeah, so people must understand you're paying to watch that one event, because I don't think people understand what pay-per-view is.
After I speak about OnlyFans, I want to close off by saying, I'll explain why I don't think it will work to do that.
The OnlyFans one?
No, to do what Usizo is asking.
Okay.
For Chris and people like him.
Yeah.
Just brief overview. OnlyFans wasn't created for porn.
It was not.
Is my understanding.
No, it was not.
It was created for creatives, artists, musicians, painters.
It was created for people to have... It's like LinkedIn. You'll have a better understanding of this human being. You pay money. Gary V, you almost like have a direct link to Gary V. Can I ask you this question that he would answer you directly? It was making it easier for people to have access to their big stars.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Now, Patreon were trying to position something like that, to say, you go on OnlyFans, you subscribe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that 100 or 1,000 true fans concept, that if you're creative and you can convince 100 people or 1,000 people to give you a small amount, 100 Rand a month, you can sustain your career. And then you can give them early access to things, benefits, merch, free events or discounted, whatever the case may be. OnlyFans was created for that. And in OnlyFans, now that the porn guys have taken over, you can access this person's content, but then to what Utebs are saying, you can also DM them and they can send you exclusive content. When I don't know how it's built, because I'm not on OnlyFans. Guti, can you have like a newsletter type of situation that if people donate this much, you send them all like a link to this video that only they can see? But this is us trying to find solutions where there should be like YouTube should be able to give you that. And you know, there was a time Patrick Bet-David interviewed Andrew Tate. I don't know if he'd come out of prison or something. And I saw a lot of people were watching live. A lot of people were donating at the time. Could he have created only paying members, only whoever can watch this live event? Can you set live events on YouTube so that only people who send a certain amount of money can do that, maybe as options, is my answer to you. But we'd have to research. But that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you why I don't think it'll work.
And we spoke about it. OnlyFans now is also trying to be like a YouTube now. They've launched.
Hey, you being on OnlyFans?
No, and I study people who trying to figure out how to move, man. I study a lot of business.
That's your story and you're sticking to it.
No, that's a fact. They are starting OnlyFans TV, where now they're trying to get other celebrities to come on board to rebrand OnlyFans. I'm just trying to find the celebrities. Dennis Richards, Bella Thorne, Carmen Electra, Cardi B, Black China, Ember Rose.
Are you sure you're searching the right thing?
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of porn.
Because some of these ladies are
Black
dodgy.
China. Yeah, Lily Allen, Shana, what.
Lily Allen's a musician.
So they're trying to get a lot of people now they're trying to rebrand it because they're realizing that porn market, it makes them a truckload of money.
Sure.
But if they want to compete with the YouTube, they need to become something else.
I think they should rather create another brand with a different name. Trying to write the same thing is
and
way it
I would
becomes
get a view
dangerous.
on OnlyFans when it started.
I can imagine.
And then they're like, no, I'm out.
Have to.
You know
Brand
what I mean?
association.
So yeah. Explain why it won't work, because you and I spoke about it.
Yeah,
privately.
and I've created a scenario here which I'm hoping you can help us with. What additional benefit do you get from getting married that you can't get when you're not married?
There isn't.
Zero.
No, maybe let me. See, now you're catching me off guard, but it's okay.
Hard. Phuza amanzi, ube kreni uqine lapho.
This was not even in our thing
Relax.
to speak about. But anyway, I need to make this very clear, because when you have these topics, it becomes a problem.
It's not a topic.
People must understand. People must define marriage, because I think people, when you say to them marriage is a problem, they confuse cohabiting with marriage. There's people always, I don't know.
Women.
Okay.
Women.
You must separate the two.
It's women.
Oh, it's women. Okay,
Yeah.
sharp. Cohabiting is important, which is people staying together, they're building something. Whether they have a child together, they're not using the same surname, they've got the same surname, doesn't matter. They're saying, I like you, you like me, let's stay together, let's build something.
Sure.
I believe in that. What you're asking is, with this scenario of cohabiting and marriage, we need to define marriage. Marriage is defined, I think, and I could be wrong, I'm not an expert, two ways. It's one, before God. There's an element of there's a higher being, and you guys are standing in front of witnesses, but there's a higher being, there's a priest that's officiating this thing. It's an official document, it's officiated. There's the one that is legal by a government. Those are the two forms of marriage. As an actual government, you must go sign. So when you're asking me that question, I'm like, these two things, you can do the exact, there's no benefits here that there aren't benefits here. You can still have a kid in here and here. The only thing that I thought before is being accepted by the family. But once you realize that money is a superpower, even if you're not married and this nigga is cohabiting with your child here, you'll be fine with it, chief.
Sure.
Because you're like, oh, my child has been taken care of. I mean, it's okay. So before I thought that was the only thing, being accepted by the family. But over time,
generally, there's no benefit. Generally, for the average person.
But yet people must.
We weren't married yesterday.
Yeah.
We are married today. I'm not getting an extra plate. I'm not getting new sex styles.
Yeah.
Generally,
I don't think there is. Before, I also thought that it's the level of commitment. Before.
Sure.
Then I'm like, people are committing, even in cohabiting, at the highest level. I'm like, wait. No, I don't think there's
people are
anything
cheating. Is that what you want to say?
People are?
Did you say people are cheating? Even when they committed at the highest level?
Yeah, well, that's, no, I'm saying people, the level of commitment.
Yeah.
Like, no, maybe in marriage, she cooks more for me, she does this for me, or cheater commits higher.
Yeah.
Both of them realizing you can get the same benefit. Over time, I had a few things I'm like, no, there is an actual benefit.
Yeah.
Nah, you still get a kid.
And for black marriage, it's expensive.
Very expensive. In fact,
It's cheaper to fat and sit.
it's cheaper to, most people are cohabiting, Fet.
Yeah.
It's cohabiting fat and side, it's the same thing.
Cohabiting,
Oh,
whatever the English is.
Baba, if you had to find the stats right now, most people who stay together, men, women, whatever, trans, whatever it is, those people are not married, but they stay together. Because they've also realized there's no benefit in Fet. As it's C2, shy plan.
Mhlambe khona ama 2000 fethu angawazi ama-CD. The difference between buying a CD from Musica versus pirate MP3 is there an additional benefit when you buy the CD versus pirating?
I hear you.
I'm just asking, is there an additional benefit to watching a movie on piracy versus paying for it via stream?
Maybe you can get a bug on
DVD?
you can get a bug on your computer. The other thing is you won't watch it at the highest quality. That's maybe another reason. Because then you can watch it in 4K. There you probably can't. Language also becomes an issue. Some of them are just to that one language. You can't have other options of language. So there is a difference. Some of them you can't watch in 5.1. You can only watch in 2.1. So there is
so you're an ordinary South African. Uspana e garage. You're a fuel attendant. With amasendinyana mfethu you manage to uhlanganisa mfethu compact. Edladleni yakwazi ukubuka compact at least mfethu omzansi what.
Sure.
And now you a bit knowledgeable about things. Someone's telling you, say, mfethu Chris Q mfethu kushange ngama-drama blind like YouTube.
Yeah, you leave.
And you're like, ntwana ngifuna ukubuka like YouTube. So okay, and then you watch, you're happy. You're like, no. Mfethu, hey, ushaka ilembe on YouTube yanyiwe. Then Chris Q says, I think moving forward, I'd like you guys to start paying for my content.
Never.
But you're missing out on the content.
Yeah, there's other people. The content that you're giving me is not that important, Purame. It doesn't change my life drastically that I have to subscribe now. I have to pay for it.
This is why I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, no, Dube. This is the answer.
That's why I don't think it'll work.
Yeah.
And look, outside
the abundance of content is the issue.
I was going to say the other problem is there are so many options. When I'm out to zongitshela ukuthi mfethu it's either this or nothing. You're like, nothing, Tonayam. Ngoba no TikTok. Yabona nje on the phone alone, before we get to the screen.
Yeah.
On the phone alone, you've got Facebook, which also has videos. Never mind other content, pictures.
Yeah.
And you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got TikTok, you've got YouTube. Do people have anything else? Some people watch maybe some videos on LinkedIn. I don't know if Snapchat is still a thing. I don't know about other platforms. OnlyFans and those things if you're into porn. And then we have to go to TV, where of which some people watch some of that stuff on their phones. You've got SABC, which we know. You've got multi-choice DSTV, the different packages. Then you've got Netflix. You've got Amazon Prime. You've got Disney Plus. I don't know if some people have Hulu and the likes. And then if you don't mind immorality, you've got piracy sites.
Yeah.
Gujara.
Hey, there's a lot.
Popcorn Time.
Yes.
Movie Box. And you're telling me I have to pay inyukungenayo.
Yeah.
One of the conversations I had with a friend was, because I did a vlog on the Penuel show speaking about techno-feudalism. How back in the day, a king would own the land and there would be the lords and then there'd be the peasants. And for the peasant to live on this land that the lord owns, they would have to offer labor, work the plantations or whatever.
Tell people that's where landlord comes from, because people also don't know that. But anyway, it's fine.
It's scary the things people say. Like email. What's email? It's mail. What's mail? What do you mean there was a box and that's where don't you see that?
Okay, sure.
Why is the email logo like a rectangle with that's an envelope? What's that? Ish.
Yeah, but anyway, that's where landlord comes from. But sure.
So what we're dealing with now is we're dealing with the big tech companies they've built a cartel online on the internet where all the things you're trying to access have got a paywall. And you now almost have to pay for everything. The things that you don't pay for, you pay for through watching ads. For now. So now you have to ask yourself, with limited money, if you're not privileged, do I pay DSTV and Showmax and Netflix and Amazon And ngapha Penuel no Tebs are like, get YouTube Premium and please become a member of our page. I must become a member on your page. Nia MacG, Nia TJ Sbu, I must all of these things. And then example in Kokeli data, ne Wi-Fi, ne TV license, yes APC. No, nothing that's direct about it. So now Chris Q is like, I say, and people are like, even if we really wanted to,
never.
We can't afford.
Abundant. You know what's going to be a game changer? And I don't know, someone has done it in the USA. I think I read something where you can have maybe 6 or 7 platforms and you pay one amount.
One amount.
Someone has done it, man. It has Disney, it has Amazon, it has what.
I might have seen an app like that.
That I think would be dope. But I guess, you know, now you're
as
competing as an option. You're
app
competing
with multiple streaming services.
Oh, check it out. And what's in there?
I don't even know if. Oh, okay, let's see. Aggregator.
Okay.
Apps with multiple streaming services include aggregator apps like Plex and Freecast, which help you find and manage content across different subscriptions, and integrated apps like Disney Plus or Prime Video, which combine their own content with add-on services within a single platform. There are also bundling services offered by providers like Geo that package multiple streaming subscriptions into one plan. And then I guess, I don't know if these people are even thinking of most tenga song like DSTV Premium, you get it at a cheaper price. 5 apps that merge all your streaming subscriptions into one.
Dope.
Select TV, Freecast.
Okay.
One channel.
Those would be dope. You know,
one channel offers single slot subscriptions for services like Netflix, HBO, Max, Disney Plus, and more for $51 per month, with premium accounts for shared use.
You know, you just made me think about comedians. Yeah, those guys are affected by these apps, man. Yes, as the TikTok especially. Stand-up comedians, the era yabo. I mean, boom pop-ups, they're fortunate because they are in between. They knew stand-up and now this world of the digital era. I'm thinking about the guys that only know stand-up. Hey, man, those guys, man, we need to urge them, in fact, that comedy is in our pocket now. Literally, in fact, I go into TikTok and I laugh every flipping 5 seconds. And I'm like, how do they solve it? Because there's a guy who came to us, I can't mention his name. He's like, hey man, can you guys shoot content for me? As I'm traveling, then I'm gonna put it on my YouTube. I'm gonna do a stand-up comedy. Can you guys send me a code for it? And I'm like, bro, look, I'm not saying we're not gonna do it, we'll do it. But just as the advice, you're trying to compete with guys around TikTok because you want those eyes, you want those people. And people are telling you, I'm not willing to come onto your show, drive from whichever theater. Why don't you invest in Yunguti, write your own skits, shoot them yourself, and put them out on TikTok?
Sure.
Then his answer was, oh, that's too much work. Now I must learn editing. I'm like, you're gonna waste money with us.
Sure.
I'm telling you now, bro. Few months later, he comes back, he's like, yeah, you're right, in fact. You're right. I just need to figure out how to do this thing.
I'm thinking of Lente to screen show because there's still an opportunity to go to where the people are. If they are at stadiums, if they are in churches, if they are in schools, to do some type of on my house. And I'm like, no, don't leave anywhere. Sure. Wherever you tell me where you go, I'm gonna come there and do a 5-minute skit, a kerk. Yeah. And then I'll negotiate with the kerk to get a bit of money in that way. But now I'm thinking to screen, and in my head I'm wondering, I wonder how many people go to church but are on their phones.
A lot.
While in church.
Oh, go to the youth section of your church. I haven't been to church in a while. Not even a while, in years. If you go to the youth section, I'm a phone, bro. I'm a phone.
And they're going to pretend like bafunda scripture, how they following.
So it's a thing.
I've got so many thoughts. Let me give you this scenario.
Yeah.
So we're looking into the future of content creation and platforms, and there's a potential that mainstream media might fail or might struggle or might
Struggle.
decline.
Struggle, decline, not fail.
It's gonna decline.
Decline.
Canal Plus
Yeah.
has officially taken over MultiChoice.
Yeah, from 1st of what? October.
1st of October.
Yeah, fully in now.
French media company
Yeah.
has bought South African MultiChoice. Maybe let me start here and then give him my scenario. Why do you think SABC MultiChoice are not trying to build their own version of YouTube?
I think, Penzo, it's like with any other big corporate. Because the question you're asking is, why didn't Blockbuster go into streaming? That's almost the exact same question.
But which I don't know. We assume that Blockbuster was caught unawares.
No.
These guys are fully aware. You think Blockbuster was aware? I'm just asking.
No, I mean only a few people that started to figure out that there's going to be this thing, the internet boom, and it might be a big thing. I know there are certain CEOs who come in and they kill companies, and there are certain CEOs that are just stubborn. The question you're asking me is a thing of big corporates may take time to move, Penzo. The red tape fit. It's insane, man. You and I can come up with an idea now, shoot it now, drop it tomorrow. Go to the big guys, SABC, DSTV. Hey, my man, yeah. You need to go through 50, 40 people, in fact, before that thing drops.
Over days, months.
Yeah, Bruami. Speak to this one, then speak to that one. Then that one will tell you, no, our research does not, No, you and I can change something now. I think they struggle because of red tape. And I think their research and development teams are just not being honest with them.
Do you think they have the money?
Yes.
They have the money.
No, I think they do. No.
In Asper's fair too. In Asper's, in my opinion.
It's one of the
try and think.
top performing JSE companies every single month. But yeah, what were you saying about them?
It's not on the JSE anymore.
Yeah. Right before, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think they were the most innovative company in South Africa, maybe ever. Yes, there was that one investment in Tencent and WhatsApp, which is, not WhatsApp, WeChat, sorry, which is, I think, the best deal of all time, if I'm not mistaken. But they were investing in tech. And I remember Koos Becker speaking about their investment philosophy, that they will give you money if they like the pitch. And they're like, we don't care if it makes money or not. Just go and try it out. And once you have volume or scale, we'll see how we monetize. And I think it's because they were studying the Silicon Valley guys and long capital, deep capital, to say the reason about Amazon, about Facebook, about WhatsApp worked is because people invested even when it was making no money. Then you monetize later. So I'm wondering, because Naspers would be MultiChoice, Mnet, the Media 24s, OLX at some point, and then Tencent.
I think MWeb as well.
MWeb.
They owned MWeb as well.
Wouldn't Naspers be the private company to say, if these mainstream broadcasters are not investing in a South African YouTube or an African YouTube, Naspers should be the guys to build it. They should be the guys to say, we will build a competitor. Because I don't know if they're involved in Takealot. But before Amazon comes in to say, we'll build the South African version, either to scale or so that we capture the market. And when YouTube comes in, they kind of are forced to buy us or partner.
That's what I get. Maybe they were not looking at Netflix. Maybe they looked, but again, maybe they were not looking at YouTube, but they were looking at Netflix. Because when you speak about their competitor, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, they would say Netflix. So that is where I think they're trying to move to say, hey, we need to compete with Netflix.
So they built Showmax.
Yeah, Showmax, bigger budgets. I mean, Showmax, with the deal that they had with Peacock, you got access to other content, HBO Max. So they brought in a lot of other companies to be part of Showmax. With the YouTube one, I don't know. Maybe it's too big, man. Maybe it's too big to compete with YouTube, because which other person is trying to compete with YouTube outside of TikTok?
Oh, and YouTube is under Google. And Google is a
Oh,
monster.
Come on.
Naspers' return on investment in Tencent has been massive, with 1,000 Rand growing into 246,000 Rand over
Over
time.
how long? Oh, they don't say the years. That is huge, eh?
I'd have to look it up.
But it's fine.
It's 20 years. How much did 20 years ago? How long? Because they might still be invested. How long did Naspers take to make the highest return in Tencent?
You think that will give us
20 years. They invested in May 2001. It peaked early 2021.
okay.
They purchased a 46.5% stake in Tencent for $32 million US. $32 million US in 2001. This investment grew over time, and by 2019, the value of their stake had increased to $133 billion US from 32 million. Okay. Do I remember what I wanted to say? You were speaking about YouTube competing. You don't think there's another way. So, in fact, BlackBerry, RIM, Kodak. You mentioned Blockbuster, about Netflix, and you're watching this thing happening, and you're telling me the guys are not saying we're in a critical time. We have to do something.
Maybe that's that we're going to sell. There is the need to compete with them. And the revenue that we're making is a lot.
Revenue is going down, and it's going to YouTube. So for me, at the lowest level, if I was the CEO of whatever, I'd say, if it's at the very least, can we take 10% of our profits and buy shares in YouTube? At the very least, to say at least we have a smaller nyana stake, because these guys are going to eat us. But if they eat us, can we at least have a stake? If not, let's, because we've captured the government, let's see if they can create legislation where it's difficult to compete with us. Because I think that's what Abo Vodacom and Abo MTN have made difficult with Abo Starlink coming in. Or can we get some legislation benefits or subsidies so that we can create a South African version, or block these guys out, knowing that they're coming, but so that the day they come, they either buy us for a lot of money, or we ask government to buy a stake in them. That government has to own 50% of YouTube South Africa. And then South Africa has its own regulations around YouTube of what we can and cannot do, tailor-made for YouTube SA.
I think Penzamfetu, the level of advertising that they're getting maybe hasn't scared them to say, we need to create an alternative.
They're still arrogant.
That's what I'm not arrogant, because it's hitting them. So what I'm saying is, if you look at it from a basic form, DSTV makes money primarily through, selling decoders is still a thing for them, and advertising. These are the two ways they're making money. So
selling decoders includes subscribing.
If you're going to go on DSTV Live.
I'm saying that's what you're saying.
Yeah, so you're
speaking about the monthly subscription.
Yes, a monthly subscription.
Decoder versus advertising.
Then there's the advertising. So the advertising, I think the advertisers are still there. Because what advertisers do right now, will be like, okay, spete 10 Rand. 3 Rand will go to DSTV. 3 Rand will go to YouTube. 3 Rand will be a billboard. 1 Rand will be in-store marketing, or 5%, 5 cents will go to radio. The issue is, I think the amount of revenue that they're still getting from advertisers is still comfortable for them. I think they lost about 1.3 million people in the past, 2 years or something ridiculous like that. For them to panic would be if the big brands are not advertising in relation to the 1.3 million. the issue now that, and it's going to be an issue in the future, is that the 1.3 leaves, the advertiser still stay. Once the advertiser leaves because of the 1.3 million, then that's when they're going to really panic.
Do you think it's a matter of old friends? We went to school together.
Yeah.
We hustled hard. I went and became CEO of MultiChoice. You went and became CEO of ShopRite. Debza, Pincha, Mukre, Sharp. So it's like, Dwana advertising, Dwana have got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just old niggas who are like, fit.
R&B
I can't
guys.
sell out. I can't sell out to Debza. That's my boy.
Yeah.
That's no matter what happens, I've got him.
Yeah.
And you're like, but it's not making sense in terms of the numbers. Yeah. Don't worry, we know what's happening. Yeah. But you're lying. It's my mate. Right
now, with the Canal Plus measure, anyway, let me share a disclaimer. One of my client is DSTV. So everything that I'm speaking about is what I read. It's me. I wanted to, because I was like, maybe you're a weak nigga. You might want to. It is.
Okay, sorry.
But So this is what I read. I must be very clear. This is what I read. This is not a conspiracy or what. Please. Before I get in trouble here. Canal Plus has come in. There's an article that speaks about. It comes in and says, okay, and this is my analysis of that article because it's not being fully honest. Canal Plus comes in. They're like, look, you guys are losing numbers. What is another way of you guys making money? The article speaks about they are asking their suppliers for 20% discount, which is crazy. 20% is a lot. Is a lot. I think the article is on, what is that tech?
Business tech.
I think it's on business tech. Yeah. Business tech, I think. And I'm trying to figure out, are they doing that because, money is for the shareholders? I will check your article.
I'm looking for something else. Sorry. I'll check it.
What is it? Is it to make a new for the shareholders, or is to say you guys there's wasteful expenditure? Like what is it, And I want to see if this 20% will work for creators. If it does, hey man, it's a plus. If it doesn't, it is what it is.
Plus.
Yeah.
DSTV lost approximately 2.8 million linear subscribers over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
That's what I was searching.
Yeah. People must understand linear is the Batwana box.
In a box.
Yeah. That's the linear.
I also saw that they're now doing this thing of I don't know if they're going harder on the streaming.
They have to.
Canal Plus.
I will check it out. Our Canal Plus the I will check it out. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it looks like it's business. My broadband.
Yeah, but
I also see on Business Tech there's also an article. I don't know who wrote it though. 20% discount associated with Canal Plus in recent news refers to a controversial cost-cutting measure where the company is demanding a 20% reduction on invoices from its suppliers and service providers following its acquisition of MultiChoice. The demand has frozen payments to suppliers and is part of internal strategy to reduce costs and increase efficiency within the newly merged entity. The South African Competition Commission is reportedly investigating the matter as it has caused significant strain on suppliers, including small businesses and production houses. And this is Donald Trump and the tariffs. We're coming in, we don't know you, you don't know us. Still 20% on money, that 20% discount on the money that we currently owe you.
Yes.
That's first order of business.
Yeah, boo.
If you don't want to give us a discount, they might be like, sure. But their show might be like, we don't know if we're going to use you next year because clearly you're not coming to the table. The other thing could be, now that you've accepted the 20% discount, now next year, if it's going to be like, but
25.
You remember that you could, no, not asking for more. You remember that you could supply at 800,000 instead of 1 million.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Otherwise, hey, maybe you can go and try someone else. So now you're stuck. This is where now the Competition Commission needs to come in and say, is this above board? And what are we going to call it as South Africans? Canal Plus. I think for easy, because that's French.
Yeah.
we're new, we just bought, we're trying to invest as foreign direct investment. We're trying to sort of save. You guys are seeing your bums. So you choose if you want to save jobs or not.
Yeah.
If you don't want to save jobs, cool. We'll pay all the invoices.
Sure.
All of them, South African government. But please know that we're going to have to recoup this. So we're going to have to lay off a lot of stuff.
Yeah, bo.
We're going to have to cancel a lot of things and maybe get shows from overseas that are cheaper. So
You choose.
up to you to decide.
Yeah. It's a thing, you know. And that's what I always tell production companies. I'm like, you must have, I always say this to filmmakers general. You must have a side hustle. And people are always laughing
Side
at
chick?
a side hustle.
Sorry.
Side hustle.
Fuck. Sorry.
Side hustle. Side hustle. You must have a side hustle. 2 minutes, 4 o'clock.
No, that doesn't say anything.
Oh, you must have a side hustle.
As a
you,
producer, you must have a side hustle.
yeah, you have to. Utlabona masipa. Don't worry. You'll be 50 waiting for a call sheet. No worry. Uzobona masimba, boy. You must try. Some of us are trying, but they're not working. But we're like, in fact, I can't just sit still in while I'm seeing that this economy, yakawateka.
Yeah, mfethu, I bumped into Bonko Khoza. Ubonko mfethu umchito grand kakhulu. Mqhele. I'm the wife. And you know, he just come from an audition, and one of the things we spoke about was he needs, number one, an exit strategy, and number two, he needs to decide where he sees himself in this industry. And I told him, when I used to do some TV work, one of the things that broke my heart was going to a casting and getting into a room with legends, old people that have been in the industry since, say, primary, sitting in a queue, waiting to go audition. I'm like, that's not life. Maybe if they want you to read, you just want to see if you have something. But if you kind of know what the role entails and what you're looking for, and I've been acting for over 20 years and still. And he was like, no, that's definitely one of the chats he's having with some of the people around him.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, maybe I'll sit with him at some point and we'll chat.
Yeah.
Okay. I know we're not the people to have this conversation, but it must be had. And if other people think us having this conversation doesn't affect them, SABC multi-choice, Canal Plus, maybe it will be called Channel Plus, whatever. If they don't maneuver to maybe creating a YouTube or finding some solution there, lots of people are going to lose their jobs in those spaces.
Yeah.
And it's going to have a ripple effect on all the people that they buy from. The private schools, the medical aids, the retail stores. And it's going to give a company like YouTube more room to squeeze the rest of us.
Yeah.
If you are earning 5 cents on average per view, they can be like, no, we're going to 2 cents. And you're like, but that's not what you're like. Hey, man, if you don't want it, it's okay. Go to, what is that thing you guys used to have? And you're like, but you see, it's like, oh, well. And because it's TikTok,
yeah.
They don't give a fuck about us. We're not organized. We're not having a conversation with them to say, Bafwethu, we're not flexing. We're not protesting, telling all content creators, saying, all South African content creators, please, on Friday, the whatever of what. Number one, don't upload any content. Number two, don't watch any content. So that TikTok can maybe see something. But the reason we're doing this, and we're going to do it every Friday or every a day that's not that busy, every Wednesday, to show you guys that we're unhappy with the fact that we're not being paid. Please take us seriously.
You know, these chats are tough, man, because what you and I are speaking about is what happened to SABC, 20 years ago? When the guys were being told, man, run this thing efficiently, innovate. If you think about most of the stars that write multi-choice, most of them come from, even the staff, they come from SABC. And it's said that as an industry, we have about 2-3 players, which is SABC, not even SABC, ETV and DSTV. And then we're all flocking here a multi-choice. Izospressa song at some certain stage. And if they don't innovate, then what's going to happen is the thing you're speaking about, a YouTube. Na izospressa. So we really need to maybe revive the SABC.
20 years ago, the CEO of the SABC was Dalimpofu. I see his official name is Christopher Dalukolo Mpofu Dali.
I wonder why people don't want to innovate. But part of the SABC not innovating, obviously, it's other. I can't mention this one fully because Mustafa spoke about it on his thing. Blocking of the satellites, switching off analog. So part of the growth trajectory of the SABC was blocked by these political things.
Rubbish.
So
okay, we spoke about two old friends. You own a company?
Yeah.
Like ShopRite?
Sure.
ShopRite. Let's say a funeral parlor, like or Desmond Dube. Unilever is a good example. So you have a huge marketing budget. Huge.
Dude, huge, eh?
Huge. Billions.
I don't think people understand, yeah.
And I'm a boss at MultiChoice.
Yeah.
And we're friends, and you're like, Don, I'll always make sure that I've got your back, even though these kids are saying whatever. That's the old people.
Yeah.
I want to do this comparative exercise. And look, the disclaimer here is these numbers are not accurate. A lot of them are thumbsuck, whatever the case may be. Podcast and Chill is invited to Mzansi Magic to come and put Podcast and Chill there. They say, Sol and Megji, you guys can drop on YouTube on Monday, a unique show, and then we'd like you to create a unique show for us on Thursday. That Thursday show can't be on YouTube. This is just for us, Mzansi. The Monday one is just for YouTube. It's not going to come to us. It's fine. You guys can carry on with your YouTube money. We're going to do our thing. Assuming that they do 300,000 views on YouTube, assuming they do 300,000 views on Mzansi, 2 questions. This one is actually very important to me because I normally think I have the answer. Then I realize I don't. How are views calculated on YouTube? How are views calculated on mainstream? Is your first question. Then the second one is I want to do a comparative on
money,
advertising revenue.
Yeah, I on YouTube it's simple.
No, start with the first question.
On TV, you know how many people always ask that question. On TV, it was always about how long is the TV on for. When you look at like from the SABC days, it was on like literally. This thing has to be on.
Sure.
And it's there.
They can pick that up.
Hey, many people are saying that those numbers were a lie. I don't know why.
But anyways, the model that you understand?
The model that I understand, this thing must be on. And they only calculated at a certain minute. It's not like when you watch it for 5 seconds, then they say, hey, this was a viewer. There is a certain duration time. I'm not sure about the duration time.
If we were to guess, 1 minute maybe.
Maybe. I'm not sure about the duration time.
So again, like I said, we're just guessing. So 1 minute watching Generations. Your
Then
TV
we're
is
saying
on,
that's a
you're on
viewer.
SAPC 1.
Yeah.
You watch for 1 minute, then you switch to SAPC 2.
Then
That's a view.
That's what I'm assuming.
Generations.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. But I don't know
what
that
happens
time.
if I come back to Generations?
Are you viewer number 2?
Are you viewer number 2?
3? Yeah, I'm not sure.
So we'll assume it's unique?
I'm not sure.
Are we assuming? We're assuming just for this exercise.
Let's say you're still 1.
So
when you go back, you're not 2.
So it
even if you
if you're watching Generations, let's say you're watching, especially during our ad break. Ad break, we are switch about which I fuck. SAPC 3 pin jumping up.
Sure.
Every time you go back during Generations, we're assuming that you're only 1 viewer.
That's how I would calculate it.
And when they say things like Uzalo does 8 million views per episode,
you're assuming that it's 8 million TVs that are on. Or
and they watched for at least 1 minute.
Yeah, if we're doing
8 million unique televisions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 8 million people on DSTV live switching on that channel. I get when you can watch.
This is interesting. Do you think it's TV or estimated viewers? So they might say, on average, we think 3 people are watching Uzalo at a pause. So it's not 1 view, it's 3 views as an estimate. So if we see 1 million TV sets, we multiply by 3.
Because the average household, I don't know has how many people in South Africa.
Do you think they do that, or we don't know? We thinking it's television sets?
I think the correct way to do it, if I was the boss.
The answers are on the internet.
Must we search or do you have it there?
I'll type. Because
You
must get a mic, dude. No, please get a mic, dude. Stop this thing of yours, man. Can you please read it what Dube has for us there? Please get a mic, dude.
Are you getting a mic?
Stop doing this thing of yours.
Don't fucking complain like usenzela favor. Your mood. So vume tukhulume.
And you've got the
Uzothula ungakhulumi. What screen is this now? Oh, this is YouTube. Hey, no, we'll get to YouTube. No, this is YouTube. This one I know. I could have answered this one.
Okay.
So we'll see if... Hey, do we want to do a search?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. Let's search.
But it might be difficult.
Yeah. Just born. What was the second one? While I get this one? How?
Okay, let's do YouTube in the meantime.
Yeah, you answer the YouTube and I don't have it.
YouTube is 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't have it.
If you watch for 30 seconds, YouTube counts that as a view.
30 seconds.
Yeah. So what's interesting considering what we just said is YouTube doesn't factor, as far as I know, how many people are watching.
Mm-hmm.
You're not listening. I was multitask.
No, I can't. Yes.
Multi-choice.
Yes. No, I can't. Sorry. This thing doesn't give you that. It gives us the same thing that...
I have a feeling it's got very wishy-washy explanations.
No, it doesn't give you the time. It says these devices electronically monitor which channel set is tuned on and for how long. We want for how long.
This is Nielsen. What are those numbers? You don't know?
This is an AI overview.
No, I mean, I think there's a name for who tracks.
Broadcast Research Council of South Africa, BRC. The system uses methodology known as the Television Audience Measure Survey, TAMS.
TAMS.
Yeah.
Or Nielsen might be.
They're conducted by the research supplier Nielsen and transition to GfK.
This is how I won Dwana, like
we debating.
Come on, how to be a millionaire? What? Yes. Call a friend. Call Penzo. Penzo might fucking know. Except who tracks viewer ratings? Hey, I'm not sure, but I think it's Nielsen. Is Nielsen on the options? Sure. Go with Nielsen. Are you sure, Antona? Go with Nielsen. Okay. Who tracks?
I do this. I want numbers. It's not giving me the actual, like, is it a minute? Is it a... I don't know.
Developed by Nielsen Media Research, the ratings are not qualitative evaluations of how much of a program is liked, but instead how many people watched. In essence, Nielsen ratings help determine the audience size and composition of television programming. We'd have to do a deep dive. That's why I've been trying to go into this thing, because we probably have to read articles and have an idea. Does it consider multiple people or one? But I'll tell you, on YouTube, it's just the one person. So if you and I are watching YouTube, podcast and chill on a TV screen or even on our phone, it doesn't factor with, there might be 2 or 3 of us. It's one.
It's one. 30 seconds and that's it.
30 seconds. But this is what I understand about YouTube. If me and you watch podcast and chill for 3 minutes, and then we stop watching on the same phone, because they can track IP number or whatever.
Yeah.
When we go watch again, that's another view.
Even if it's from the same account.
But there's another one here.
It's
AMA, average minute audience.
I'm saying for SABC,
it just says, Angiti Pelamanje, that version, that Nielsen version is also used overseas.
Sure.
So this one is another measuring system, which is the average minute audience. And it is a type of measurement that directly reflects the audience size of a given television program. It is calculated by averaging the number of viewers for each minute of programming throughout the event. So throughout maybe whatever program.
I hear that. I hear what it's saying. And maybe this is where Utebs are got confused with the 1 minute. It's measuring the average viewer per minute of a show. So if a show is 24 minutes, how many people are watching at minute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 24, and then it does an average.
It does it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the people are then television sets, not necessarily.
Is your assumption or?
Yeah, but Angiti, it says television.
Mara, it has to,
Okay.
for me, it has to calculate that thing being on that specific channel. I don't think
No,
they would-
that's fine.
Okay, cool.
That's not a
Cool.
problem.
Okay, cool.
But it's if you only watch for 1 minute and you switch the channel, if this thing is accurate,
Yeah.
you're gonna drop the average.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you must watch throughout.
Yeah.
And if mhlampe hey utawu mfethu uqeda kudubula ukarabo and everyone's hey vula generations manje ntwana,
Yeah.
it's gonna peak there and increase the average.
Yeah.
But it's not the
That's the purpose of
The
what
viewership.
cliffhangers are here. Is to do exactly that.
So
what you
that-
just spoke about now.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So on YouTube, my understanding, and if I'm wrong, maybe we can search, but every time you go back and you carry on watching,
Yeah.
that's a new view.
Even if it's on the same account.
That's my understanding.
Hey, phela
But
mina,
yazi
when
nas-
our
nas-
things
nas- nas-
premiere
nas-
baba ngidlali baba. Ngishaya
Let's
wasana.
search, does YouTube count every... I'm going to start
What do
easy.
we must
every
come-
time you watch a video. Let's start there. No, YouTube does not count every time you watch a video, especially if you are watching it repeatedly in a short period or watching your own video. Videos are only counted if they are initiated by a human, last for at least 30 seconds, or the full length if the video is shorter than 30 and are not from a single source in a rapid succession, as YouTube has systems to detect and prevent artificial view inflation. Does not count every time you watch a video, especially if you are watching it repeatedly in a short period or watching your own video. For a view to count, a user must intentionally watch a video for at least 30 seconds, okay? For videos shorter than, they must watch the whole thing, okay? Repeated views from the same person in a short period are typically not counted multiple times. After a certain number of views or a certain amount of time, a user's subsequent views may be counted again. A certain amount of time might be the thing, because I'm trying to figure out music specifically.
Yeah.
We play certain music videos a lot. Maybe if you put it on repeat back to back, maybe within a 30-minute frame, it's like, I just count it once. But if I play the song today and then I play it tomorrow, I believe it counts up, even from the same account. So I think there's an issue with, maybe if you were watching podcast and chill for 5 minutes, then you took a break and watched something else for 30 minutes, or you went somewhere and then you came back.
Yeah.
Maybe it captures that for a while. But if you watched it today for
And then
30
you
minutes
watch-
and then you carry on watching it
Again.
tomorrow, I think that's a new view. It would also almost make sense. The other thing for me with these views, TV might be different, which is why TV is also like a shit selling proposition. Because Maklali generations fit, you have to watch the ads. On YouTube, if you stop watching, they're not loading any ads anyway. When you carry on watching tomorrow, they load ads again.
Showing ad, yeah.
So it's like, hey, Baba, this is a new view. If you get what I'm saying.
Sure. Okay. Yeah,
So
go,
similarly, which I don't know, I don't know how music pays on YouTube. Because if you're playing, let's say, if you're playing a playlist of music,
Yeah.
hey, I'm on YouTube Premium, so I don't know these things. But let's say you play a song, it ends, then it plays an ad, then it plays a song, then it plays an ad.
Ad.
If you put a song on repeat, maybe it
Almost
doesn't
with every ad,
keep playing ads.
it's a number.
Should be a view.
Yeah. No, it has to.
Maybe that's what they should be saying.
has
It's on
to.
YouTube, every time
There's an
you
advert.
get to an ad, that's a
Yeah.
view.
Yeah.
Because
It
that's
has to, though.
essentially what they're selling to advertisers. But now, if Podcast and Chill has got 10 ads, well, they say 10 views. Would that be fair?
For
in
one person.
In a 2-hour podcast episode, they loaded 10 ads. So they're like, no, this is 10 views, chief. And you're like, but this guy watched once. Yeah. He watched the episode once, but he watched 10 ads. If ever he stopped at any point and he watched only one ad, when he comes back, that's two.
Ad number 2 that you are supposed to watch. Yeah. He comes back again, some guy 3 that he missed go podcast and chill day 1. He watches something else, some Shang advert 4. If it was a good, he was supposed to go to.
But anyway,
10
this
ads.
is the official vibe. YouTube's system is designed to detect and exclude views from the same IP address, meaning rewatching your own video repeatedly will not artificially inflate the view count and could even lead to penalties for artificial inflation. But this is taken from people's videos. Does YouTube views count every time I watch? For a view to count, now for a bit of good news.
It's how many?
Okay. This is from, these are different sites and they're not official. For a view to count, for a video on YouTube, a viewer needs to watch your video for at least 30 seconds.
Done.
Now, for a bit of good news,
That one is simple.
those 30 seconds of watch time don't have to be consecutive. Let's say someone watches 15 seconds, but then skips ahead and watches another 15 seconds. Oh no, this is something else. That still counts as a view. Okay, whatever.
So at least there's a measure 30 seconds. So TV has nayo. Like in terms of, okay, but I mean what you said.
Part of the problem is, and I've said this to you, that I think YouTube is lying about the numbers. And I think this is part of the problem. Mhlambe abo Nielsen, abo MAA might be independent. YouTube counts its own views. And if for whatever reason they don't want to pay you, they just suppress your views. Because I've conducted this exercise and I've told you where I did a podcast as a guest. Some people watched and I looked at the views and I was like, this is not making sense. So I went and I asked people to watch. And after a few days, the view count shot up incredibly.
Yeah.
Which someone could be like, oh, no, it's because you are marketing. And I'm like, I don't think it's marketing. I think there's a suppression somewhere. And some of the episodes that we've done, considering, yes, subscribers are not a big thing, but in fact, we've got, I think our lowest watched episode is under 6,000 views. It's such an anomaly.
No ways.
It doesn't make
have
sense.
That. Like our full length apps.
Yes.
Aye.
No, it's okay. We can discuss it another time.
6 hour.
So now that you say that, do you think it's possible that YouTube might be throttling certain regions?
No, this is a fact. And they motivate it in obviously shady ways. They tell you, I think the first hour is important. Something like that is what I've heard. So you want to get as many people as possible to watch in the first hour.
Yeah.
So that it then says, oh, people are enjoying this, watching this. So let the algorithm distribute it.
Yeah.
They'll tell you regional. Look, we don't think people in your area are interested in your view on American politics. Therefore, and it's like, no, I'm trying to get into the American markets. Like, IP address yakho icosha laba. Abantu balaba buku podcast and chill SMWX no Mighty Jamie. So asingeni indaba yakho. But I do think they throttle, and not only region, because I think they throttle region. I think there's certain American and UK content creators that they actually pump, even if their content is dog shit.
Even in SA.
So then it might be a viable thing to invest in an IP address, yase Europe or yase States.
Arguably, if that's possible. I just don't know how VPN works, if it can do that.
A friend of mine does have an international VPN, and we use it to subscribe to international platforms.
So it would be interesting to find out if VPN can do that, number one. If not VPN, to check if can we transfer content to someone based in America and ask them to upload from there, and if that has any effect. Or to what you're saying, please register a YouTube channel from there, and then this content we'll make it here, but so itumela kuwe and I just upload it. All umsebenzi wakho is just to upload it in America.
It's possible. We need to figure out Trevor Noah's, because what you guys are speaking about could be a Trevor Noah thing.
What now?
What's his
IP?
We need to maybe figure out when he was in the States, posting the stuff in the States, what those numbers look like. Because right now, man, no, Trevor's be tough because he's got 2 studios. The one in Jersey, which is identical to the one in the USA.
So I don't think the studios matter. I don't think the location of where it's created matters.
Yes, so let's forget that.
Sure.
I'm trying to figure out with the IP thing with him, does he upload IP? Is it South Africa or is it USA?
Sure. Does he upload here and upload there?
Yes.
Or does everything get uploaded in one place?
Yeah.
If he uploads here and Americans are watching, does he get paid at the same rate as if he uploads there?
He could be a good test.
Because we had that data.
Yeah. Goes from the US to Zanga, shoot that. Does it go outside or not?
The other throttling with Dube, which is conspiracy theory for me, is I think there's certain topics and conversations that YouTube, for whatever reason, doesn't like.
Yeah.
Because I do every day because I love Twitter, X. Yeah. I see certain stuff that I post that if it's not in line with Elon Musk or whatever's mainstream here in South Africa, literally the reach gets throttled. Because I'll take the same content and post it on different days, different times, and then you see what happens. And then you post something else the same. And then you can compare. So I think there's certain content that is throttled intentionally. I'm also wondering now, because there's we get assigned, I don't know what these people are called. These people that come and want to have, I don't know if they've reached out to you.
YouTube.
Yeah, that they want to have a meeting with you. They want to help you improve. Please put a trailer on your YouTube thing. Have you considered doing this to your thumbnails? Of which initially I thought these are good ideas and this could work. But then in the back of my mind, I thought, these guys are now trying to box me.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, then I started looking at some of the content creators in South Africa who look like they're following that formula. And their views have shot up. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering if part of it is the incentive of this person reached out, you did the task. Mm-hmm. So we're ticking and we're going to tweak the algorithm so that you get more views.
It has to be like that, man.
Because when you can't to Joe Rogan, fuck you.
Has to.
Or you'll stay with these pub views of
I mean, it's like when they wanted to promote Ama Shorts, they chose specific content creators to push shorts. Those content creators got paid and they isolated them and it became a thing. I had no 2 or 3 of them that were specifically chosen to push Ama Shorts. So
let's keep it moving.
It happens.
So in conclusion, how are views collected? We're going to say SAPC and the likes. It's Nielsen, MAA, and let's say you have to watch 15 minutes as an example for the average
on linear TV
of a show. Yeah. And then on YouTube, you have to watch 30 seconds for it to be a view.
Yeah.
The one thing that I don't think we've concluded, unless if you guys think we've concluded, is if you watch or rewatch, if it counts multiple times on YouTube. Because it says it doesn't, but then it also speaks about a specific time. That one we seem to have not. So maybe just for ease, 15 minutes here, 30 seconds here, one view. They don't multiply by the number of people watching. Cool. Again, Podcast and Chill is doing 300,000 views on SAPC, and they're doing on Multi-Choice Mzansi Magic, and they're doing 300,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea?
Who pays more? Sorry.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how production companies get paid? Let's say with DSTV and MultiChoice.
Sure.
Because the YouTube one we can also do.
Yeah. So with production companies, majority, if you're being specific to DSTV, depending on what show you are producing, you'll get a certain cost per minute.
Cost per minute?
Yes, it's called a cost per minute, meaning that 1 rand per minute, times 24, because most shows are 24 minutes. So let's work on every show's 24 minutes.
Do you think this is a industry-wide, SAPC or Netflix?
No, it's industry.
They charge cost per minute of that show.
Yeah.
They calculate it themselves. It's not for you to tell them.
I mean, you can put in the budget.
Okay.
And then they can say, but look, we think it's too much. Our cost per minute is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. They generally have an idea.
It's called CPM. That's you always asked that. Cost per minute. You go to movies are low, so I need to give someone something outside. So I just need to see if so I can just nyumkai something fast. Sorry. It's important, this one. Because I heard Ibele. Depends on 1 minute. I have to.
No, cool. Cost per minute.
So ICASA doesn't regulate these platforms in the country.
Please simplify that.
It's a question I'm asking.
Oh,
if ICASA is regulating YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
If they are. ICASA is the acronym for the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Actually, it's the regulator for the country's telecommunications, broadcasting, and postal services sectors. Established in 2000, its mandate is to regulate these industries in the public interest, ensure quality and affordable services, issue licenses, and handle consumer complaints. That's ICASA. I think they also do cell phone networks, no?
Yeah.
Okay, does ICASA regulate, how do I put it, online platforms?
Maybe let's say so. Social media platforms.
Okay, regulate social media platforms. No, ICASA does not currently regulate social media platforms directly, as its mandate is focused on telecommunications, broadcasting, and postal services. However, there are ongoing discussions and proposals within the South African government to create a regulatory framework for online content, which would likely include social media platforms, as mentioned in the 2025 draft white paper on audio and audiovisual media services and online content and proposed amendments to the Electronic Communications Act.
Okay, so because social media platforms fall outside of telecoms and they fall into electronic media,
Is that also a question?
that's what I'm deducing from what you just read now.
Sure.
That there's a distinction in that social media platforms are rather categorized as electronic media platforms.
Electronic communications.
Yes, rather than telecoms. Which
Yeah, they're not
means
telecoms.
telecoms would be cable.
Or, yeah, cable, fiber, whatever. The airwaves. At
Radio
least for
signal,
telecommunications.
yeah.
But maybe the better question is, how do they regulate broadcasting, and how would you want them to regulate social?
I mean, the regulating of broadcasting, the frameworks are there. But for me, what seems to be a problem is that if Facebook,
I think 2005.
so Facebook has been in existence for quite a long time,
Yeah.
and in this country also for quite a long time, followed by Twitter. I mean, at some point we had platforms like, what were the other ones? The earlier ones, I forgot. But to think that they haven't come up with a regulatory framework up until this point, when now we have or TikTok or Instagram.
Sure.
YouTube also has been in existence.
Do you think government should be proactive, or do you think it's the people to be blamed are the people who need these things for their livelihood, who should have been pushing government?
But now,
Because, I mean, we're reading about it now, and now it becomes a conversation where I'd never thought about it.
So the other thing maybe I also want to say is that Google exists in this country and they have a headquarters. So the government knows of their existence. YouTube is a company or subsidiary of Google. The onus is not just on the people, but it is also on the government. They are operating in the country.
Let me read this. Maybe it will help give guidance. ICASA regulates broadcasting by issuing licenses to service providers, developing regulations, managing the radio frequency spectrum, and enforcing compliance with laws and license conditions. It also handles public complaints, ensures consumer protection, and promotes a diversity of views in the broadcasting sector.
Sure.
So you're saying we should have this for online content and social media?
I mean, it's been
Which
a
we
while.
don't have.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the assumption was... Hey, I'm trying to think now. Because you know how Facebook have paid them fines? In Europe and in America, they get called in. And maybe part of the reason it's never happened in South Africa, because they could have been causing all type of fucking garbage and havoc here. And maybe breaking laws. But because we don't have a regulatory framework, it's a party.
It is a party. I mean,
If ever it comes out that Facebook is spying on us or YouTube is selling our data, because there's no framework, we can't sue them. Because it's like, well, sue them against what? What act have they violated?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking, I'm not on TikTok per se.
Sure.
But the kind of numbers that you guys are doing on TikTok as content makers, or content creators, is insane. And the fact that the government is still contemplating a framework, even after platforms like Facebook and Twitter have been in existence for such a long time. For me,
Doesn't make sense. Justice. If it ever came out, I'm just wondering. Maybe the other thing is the hope and the assumption that we've got so many other laws that could be used. Maybe to our government, they think telecoms has been fine since.
Yeah, but it's fine. Telecoms covers a certain framework.
I hear you. I'm saying maybe in their heads they thought telecoms covers no social media. So if ever there's a violation somewhere, we'll sue them or we'll deal with them per telecoms regulations. Would know Facebook, yes, because telecom says you must be responsible and fair, and our constitution ensures that rights to privacy. So that should be overarching. You don't necessarily need a specific
Jesus Christ.
act.
If that's the case, then we're in a bleak situation.
Nah, we've been bleak for a while. So the chat that Dube and I were having is why ICASA doesn't regulate online content, even though they regulate telecoms and broadcasting.
Yeah.
And what we found out is there's a white paper that's been drafted now for the first time, considering about Facebook have been around since 2005, etc. Who regulates these things? Because ICASA issues licenses to service providers, they develop regulations, they manage frequency spectrum, and they enforce compliance with laws and license conditions. So if ever, let's say, TikTok is operating in South Africa like an SABC, a multi-choice, maybe we want to speak things like fair compensation.
Yeah.
We want to discuss censorship of certain content. We've done an investigation. Your algorithms are biased, and we're investigating you under this Electronics What Act.
Anything digital,
ICASA, but without that,
anything
nothing.
digital in South Africa has
Had free reign.
Yeah, had free reign. It caught a lot of people off guard. You look at the Uber story. Even right now, no one knows who's regulating them. They're always calling on radio stations every day. No, Tina, we're not a taxi industry.
Yeah, because Uber's like, we're not a taxi industry.
So now
We don't own cars. We're just a technology platform.
That's it. So always in Africa, there's always that issue. We are late generally, So that's what sucks about.
Let me search something. Who regulates technology?
Companies in South Africa.
Companies.
And this is not also to say that we have a tech industry that's far behind what's happening in Europe or the States. We're not. So how is it also that our government is not leveraging the knowledge
that exists out there? It says here technology companies in South Africa are regulated by several bodies, primarily the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa, ICASA, which oversees telecoms, broadcasting, and postal services, and the Competition Commission, which handles anti-competitive behavior and mergers. Other regulations fall under departments like the Department of Communications and Digital Technologies, and legislation like the Protection of Personal Information Act, POPI. I wanted to ask, who regulates technology platforms in South Africa?
You might get the same answer, man.
Regulation of technology platforms in South Africa is multifaceted, involving several government bodies depending on the platform's function and the type of content or service it provides. Key regulators include, again, ICASA, the Information Regulator, Film and Publication Board, FPB. The FPB is mandated to regulate the creation, production, possession, and distribution of certain publications and films by classifying content and imposing age restrictions. With the operationalization of the Films and Publications Amendment Act, it also monitors online platforms to protect children and consumers from prohibited and harmful content. So this becomes one of the things with Dube, where if there's dodgy stuff online, you now go to the FPB to be like, no, now you're contenting at your bed. But in terms of full regulation, unless someone can tell us otherwise, it looks like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Okay. Flop. Back to our exercise. Cost per minute. Multi-choice.
Depending on the amount of your production, your cost per minute varies.
It depends on the type of work that you're doing.
The type of work. I mean, there's movies that are 1 million, 1.2 million. the cost per minute there definitely goes down.
The per minute is based on what is going to make it on TV.
Yeah, TV. It's
So
it's for TV.
if we film a movie for 3 years, we're only going to get paid for 2 hours.
Yeah, for that cost per minute.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, then the rest
That
of
the
the
movie is a 2-hour movie, so we're paying you per minute of the movie, something like that.
and that's it. Then
Oh,
from
it's
there,
not a
that's how
cost
much-
per minute of how much work it's going to take for you guys to.
In
create
fact,
this
as
thing.
producers, in fact, you always need more, man. You may not, especially from a creativity perspective, man. You always want to push.
If
more.
I was making a vlog for
Yeah.
TV, it's just me to camera, and they kind of aware, they'd probably lower it a
Yes.
lot.
Yeah.
Versus if top billing,
Yebo.
traveling the world, a
Yebo.
full crew.
Yeah. So
that
it's a
would be
lot.
much higher. By the way, I heard top billing is coming back.
So now, I mean, that time slot is nice. People are still getting their kids ready for school. If they still stick to that early time slot, it has a lot of views.
Who? What?
Oh fuck! I'm thinking of Espresso. Sorry,
Yeah,
you and I were
it's not bad.
speaking about Espresso. Who was I speaking about Espresso to earlier? We were not speaking about the earlier time slot. Ngara,
No.
which time slots give you more money? Yeah, so I was thinking
morning
about,
and afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
fine. Like radio,
yeah,
breakfast, and drive time.
Yeah, sorry, I was
Nah,
thinking
that's something
of
else.
this. Hade.
No, I was thinking about. I was talking about top billing.
You do Mselegu show that has a higher cost per minute.
Why?
Popularity, which translates to views, which
Okay.
also translates to how many times it will trend. The longevity of if the episode plays once on Sunday, people are gonna speak about it for how long. It's a whole thing with certain shows.
Let's do
An exercise.
serious thumb suck.
Yeah, let's do a serious thumb suck.
Podcast
You gotta-
and chill.
Yeah,
This is the example that I'm using.
yeah,
Podcast and chill.
Yeah.
Cost per minute. They're sitting in one studio. There's not much traveling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a limited staff or crew,
Yeah.
etc. How much do you think they could pay? And it's they pay for 1.5 hours, maybe.
I don't
which
wanna-
is how long is it? 60, 90,
let me
90 minutes.
let me give you MNET numbers quickly, and then you will then decide what you think McG would be. If you've got a show on multi-choice, it costs 3.5 million. It's 13 episodes. It's a reality show. Let's be very specific, no? It's a reality show.
Okay.
And it's a reality show that's being shot over maximum 2 days.
Over 2 days.
Yeah, maximum. There's some shows that you can do at 3.5 and you shoot them for 1 day. There's
A
some ones-
reality show.
Yeah, something you have to do maybe in a reenactment. There are certain things you might have to add yourself.
I don't
which-
understand what you mean by 2 days. So let's say Usomi is Nobonang.
No, those are follow realities have a different cost per minute. Let me give a simple
So
example.
what is a reality show? Because mina ngithi mawuthi reality show mfethu
Oh yeah, they're
ngicabanga
different. Oh,
ubonang,
sorry.
Usomi is
Yeah,
show.
those are different. There's the ones where you follow people, whether it's a Bonang,
Okay.
Mselegu. Then there's a 1 day show where it's like Wankolota. Or Kembulangati. It's a 1 day shoot. It's literally a 1 day shoot. Those are the 3.5.
I don't understand what you mean. It's a 1 day shoot.
As in maybe in hours, maybe.
Oh, so for you to shoot the show,
Okay.
it's what? 12 hours do it. That's our 1 day shoot. Our 1 day shoot is 12 hours. So call time is 6 a.m. You rep at 6 p.m. That's a 1 day shoot.
I think there's something I'm not understanding.
Okay. You are thinking the 3.5 million. Oh,
3.5
3.5 million over 13 episodes, and it's a 1 day shoot. So the 3.5 million, it's for 13
It's for
episodes.
13 episodes.
Yes, it's for
But you're
13
saying it's
episodes.
for a 1 or 2 day shoot.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. So what happens in that reality show? You're interviewing people or something?
Wankolota. The segment one, they come to me, hey man, Pen owes me money.
Okay,
And we need to go find Penuel.
sure.
That part, maybe you shoot it for 4 or 5 hours. Because
Okay.
we need to set up the lights, the host has
Sure.
to come in, greet you, blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
Sharp. Segment 2, we go hunt for you. We can't find you.
That's one episode.
That's one episode. Then we end up sitting with you. Hey, Pen, wanna call you to tapes?
Oh, that's one episode.
Yeah, that's one episode.
That's the 2 days.
The next day, if I still told him, maybe we push to the next day. Maybe
Oh,
that
that's
could be
one episode.
That's one
I
episode.
thought you were saying the 13 episodes are shot over 2 days.
No.
Oh,
No. I didn't say that well. Sorry.
Maximum 2 days per episode.
Yeah, per episode.
No problem.
Yeah, and the 3.5.
Okay, so that's
it's
maximum. That's maximum 26 days.
Yeah, maximum. Of which you must try and make it just as 13.
Shorter.
You need to work for 13.
And you're saying it's about 12 hours per shoot?
Yeah, 12 hours per shoot.
Okay.
The cost per minute for a show like that, if I remember, the cost per minute for a show like that.
Are you doing the maths now?
No, I think I did. I'm gonna check my history now. Let me see. I'll tell you now.
3.5. It's 3.5 million.
So that's about 12,000
divided by 13, which is 270,000 per episode.
Yeah, divide that by 24. Divide that 200. You said what did you get there? You said
270,000.
Yeah,
Well, 269,000, whatever.
Yeah, divide that by 24.
Why?
That will give you a cost per minute. Because the 207,000.
So the cost per minute, this is what I was asking earlier. It's how long it takes you to create, not what you see on TV.
Yeah.
So we don't divide by 24.
No. So when
you divide by how long it takes to make it.
Yes. So when what you've got what 200 and what?
270,000.
Say 217,000 views. But again,
270,000 divided by 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours. That was going to give you a cost per minute for that show.
It's 11,250.
Sharp.
Oh, so it's how long it takes you to shoot. So if I make G, Bashai a 2-hour episode, but they like everything takes 6 hours, they're going to quote it 6 hours.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, and maybe we're going to use this figure.
So that's how much you are.
11,250 times 6 hours, which is 67,500 per episode of Podcast and Chill, which goes to Mzansi. Mzansi almost doesn't care now about the views, at least in this example we're using. Because I used the example of 300,000 views. That almost doesn't matter. Let me do the 67,500 divided by... Am I doing the right maths?
Where did you get that 67?
He multiplied it by 6.
For Wumekchi?
Yeah, 6 hours.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay,
yeah,
sharp.
67.5.
Whatever you do, you must go to the minute.
300,000 views. Which one comes first? Hey, Matiam. 300,000 views divided by 67,500. Does this make sense? 4 rand per... No, man. It's the other way. 67,500 divided by 300,000 views is 22 cents a view. 22 cents 50.
50. Is that a 50? Okay.
Per view. Now, look, what I'm doing now is not how the industry calculates.
Yeah.
I think I'm just trying to do a comparative. 300,000 views, Mzansi Magic, they pay them cost per minute. The calculation we're estimating is 67,500 for an episode. Now let's go to YouTube. YouTube, you have no idea how much it pays per view, of which it doesn't. It pays for advertising views. But
and it doesn't change depending on the guest as well? Because
I don't know about guest, but it changes depending on the type of content. I know financial content, last I checked, gets paid more.
Yeah.
Comedy and those things don't get paid as much. I think certain advertisers like, if your channel is specific to like car content, maybe then fuel companies or car companies or insurance companies might advertise at a higher rate. But it depends. But there's like almost an average, depending. I don't know about this guesting. For example, this is the other problem. So we've had Uma Johnson. But you don't want to invite Uma Johnson. You want to invite... Who's a celebrity in America? Brad Pitt is too big. Who's a celebrity in America?
Yeah.
The Rock.
Oh, that guy is also huge. But anyways, a celebrity in America comes to South Africa.
Sure.
They're shooting a movie, whatever the case may be. A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest brand, but A$AP Rocky. He comes and he sits here. And to what you're asking about the guest, if we're sitting with A$AP Rocky and Americans watch the episode, they seeing American ads, which will be priced in America, which means we might get more money from America coming here. In terms of the South African people that are going to be watching, I can't say that it pays more because the guest is American. I think it might be a regional thing, the people that are watching.
Sure.
Yeah. I've calculated numbers in the past.
Okay.
Ola?
No, I'm saying it makes sense.
Yeah, I've calculated numbers in the past of an average. There's also like about CPM, about RPM. Cost per, there's a term for it on YouTube. 5 to 8 cents.
Are you able to take that? Are you able to take that that we said is what? Per minute? We said it's 12. What was the number? Our final number? If you're doing a DSTV one?
67.5.
67. Per minute.
What are
Is
you
that
trying to
got?
calculate?
Can you take it to... No, you can't take it to seconds. That would be ridiculous. Because
Why
here,
does that
because
matter?
there you're calculating per view. We're not comparing the same thing. Aren't we able to...
We're not comparing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do a general comparative
Oh,
because
okay,
there's
cool.
after this exercise, there's somewhere where the conversation's going.
Okay.
I came up with this 22.5 cents per view
Sure.
for myself. That's not how Mnet, Mzansi Magic, MultiChoice works.
Okay, cool. Sure.
They do the cost per minute. You're within this range, this bracket.
Yeah.
We know the type of work and production you need. We know how much time you sort of need. You've told us you need 12 hours. We're like, no. Podcast normally takes however many hours. And we calculated, what did we say, 5? 6?
6.
6.
Yeah, that 11,250 times 6 hours. So then we came up at 67.5.
Sure.
On YouTube, they don't care how long it takes. They're not paying you for it took 6 hours or they don't give a fuck. What they care about is your views. But I wanted to try and say, assuming there's 300,000 views on Mzansi Magic and 300,000 views on YouTube, what is the amount that you get? And yes, I know the formulas are different, but it's to just have some type of idea for people that are like, why would you want to go on mainstream when you're on YouTube? You're like, hey, mainstream pays like this, but it's not the same. And they have a different formula.
I wonder if YouTube has affected how much they pay the guys on radio or mainstream general.
As in, they're like, these guys are cheaper, Baba, so give us a better rate.
Yeah, like
Something like that.
Yeah, like Abu, I don't know if Saul ends more on McG or when he was on Ikai or on Kai FM. I'm trying to figure out, has the impact of having lots of YouTube shows from a South African perspective impacted how much mainstream guys get paid? Even from a radio perspective, from an acting
Or
perspective.
the people that work.
Yeah.
Or not the channel.
No, not
Not
the
what
channel.
advertisers are saying.
No, not advertisers.
We're paying 50 cents on
No.
YouTube. You guys are charging us 2
Yeah,
rand.
just
make
the
it 1
actual
rand.
people. Like if Fresh has to go back there, they're like, hey, Fresh.
Times have changed.
No, but there's a Saul there. Where must we take you? Will Saul come with his numbers? Will they pay him more? Or will they look at who Fresh was, and they're like, no, we'll pay you more. Or like, I'm trying to figure out where is their thinking.
Their model is wrong. That's
Okay.
part of the problem. And this is
Okay.
the thing about YouTube. Assuming that YouTube is fair.
Yeah.
YouTube is saying if you can get 300,000 views,
Yeah.
we'll pay you. Don't have to negotiate or anything. You can then budget on your own.
Yeah.
If it makes sense, if you're making a loss or not. Hey, Baba, you got 300,000 views, shout out to you.
Yeah.
Mainstream is gambling. They saying we hope you'll get whatever views so that we can sell those to advertisers at a rate so that we can cover a lot of other things and pay you. Because this is the other part, sorry, that we left out. So and we won't do this exercise. I think it's too complicated, at least for our purposes. Mzansi Magic is going to pay Podcast and Chill 67,500 for 6 hours of filming an episode, but we don't know how much they're making.
Yeah. And then the other question is, can you pull down that episode and take it back to your YouTube? Or does MultiChoice own it?
Okay, that becomes whatever negotiation.
it
Because that answers your question of how much they're making, though.
Who?
The question that you just asked now.
How much
is
who's making?
MultiChoice.
Okay.
Because after that app is aired on that one day, if they own it, like any other show,
Sure.
they can play it again within a month.
And sell more ad space.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why at MultiChoice, it's commissioned work. So with the YouTube stuff, we need to figure out, is it a commission or is it a thing of, you played once at MultiChoice, take it off MultiChoice completely. Bring it back to YouTube.
So this is someone who's trying to do both. I mean, I was just trying to compare.
Previously, when I think McG was playing on Channel O, it would premiere and it would be, I think, on Channel O for a specific time as then to be
And then out.
and then it would be available at a later stage on YouTube.
But would MultiChoice still be able to play it any other time?
Utebs was asking, can
I don't
Channel
think
O
so.
replay that episode over and over and sell ad space?
I don't think so.
They fucked. They either sell ads on that day or they fucked. Maximize. Anyways, those are
But yeah.
technicalities. I was saying, if ever, let's assume that Mzansi Magic is paying the 67.5. They're obviously hoping to make more in ad sales or selling DSTV decoders or whatever the case is. Understanding how much that amount is in their budgeting is something that I don't think we're going to do for today. Because in YouTube, you do 300,000 views, they get an income.
Sure.
Based on that.
Yeah.
And then they split it with you. 55-45. I'm not sure who gets 55.
Isn't the creator?
It might be.
Who gets more?
Let's see here. What is the percentage split between YouTube and the creator? For long form, the split is 55% for the creator and 45% to YouTube. For YouTube Shorts, the split is reversed. 45% to the creator and 55% to YouTube. Okay. Anyways, around 50% in here for ease. But
that's the what? AdSense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You understand how it works?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah. You've explained it before.
A lot of people don't. But just to try and summarize, YouTube is a website. Like any other website, a blog, whatever website you create, sizwedube.com. AdSense is a plug-in to your website, which it's a company, like an agency, which goes and gets advertisers to come in onto your website. Whether it's a blog or whatever, it's just YouTube is, well, number one, they're both owned by Google. YouTube is a known platform that brands like. So they just go sell your channel, probably a collection of channels at once to say, look, we're going to place you in South Africa in these places with these views so that you're visible. And then you get paid in that way. Yeah. Okay. Assuming that YouTube pays 8 cents per view on average. At 300,000 views, that's 24,000 Rand. 24,000 Rand compared to 67.5. Now, we made a lot of assumptions here.
A lot.
Because someone might tell us, no, YouTube pays more, or Mzansi would give you less money, or you won't do this, you'll do more views on Mzansi. Or what if one episode only does 50,000 views on YouTube? All of a sudden you're making less money because, again, it's podcast and chill, and they have some of the highest
but if you think
numbers in the country.
No,
from a YouTube perspective.
Yeah, but that is YouTube numbers over time, over a week. Whereas with MultiChoice, when they look at their top 10 apps or SABC, they look at that one episode for that 24 minutes. So
sure, but they pay you for production.
Sure.
Is what I'm saying. I'm not going to say they don't care on how it does, but you get paid regardless. It's almost like if YouTube says, we're expecting you to do 300,000 views, so now 24,000. If you don't, we lost. If you do, sharp. This one it covers YouTube, and it's a gamble for you. With mainstream, you kind of hope you get paid so that even if it bombs out, you're like, the show is not being renewed, but fuck it.
You got something.
$6,000, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the commissioning model for them, it's a gamble.
It is a gamble.
It's a serious gamble.
But they're hoping to make a huge upside, which it would be interesting to find out when they commission shows. If let's say, we made this example of 11.2 per minute. Let's say Omselegu get paid 20,000 a minute. Maybe Abo Mzansi Fethu, Abo DSTV are trying to make 80,000.
I hear you.
Especially with the replays and Thank you for the exercise. Looking at some of these numbers, 8 cents on YouTube, crazy thumbsuck of, let's say, about 20 cents on mainstream. We have to try and preempt the future. And we need to make a decision. You and I are building Tribal Media House into like an African empire. And we need to figure out where to put most of our eggs. Because we're limited in our resources. We've got cameras, we've got crew. Do we send them to create YouTube content or to be pitching for content on TV?
Yeah,
And maybe this is my question for you. And again, we're just...
The run is not easy, man. I know a lot of guys who have pivoted from... that were working with SABC, then left SABC, then went to DSTV, and now they're at Netflix. They're not even thinking about YouTube. Like, chief, and I guess the reason is sometimes that the money is good. The money is incredibly good, especially if you're at that high level. If you look at Queen Sono, I hope this thing stay in the media, so people won't say I'm talking shit. I think Queen Sono was 7 million per episode.
That's Pearl Tusi.
Yeah, I think it was 7
Production
million
cost.
per episode. That is.
Let me work on 8 cents.
I don't think we
What is
understand
it?
what that
7
is.
million? 7 million.
I think it was, and I
Divided
could be
by-
wrong. Hey, Wafet, I could be wrong. Hey, please, hey, Labantu.
Okay, let's give another number. 1 million an episode. 1 million an episode. Not for Queen Sono, for just another show.
Yeah, okay.
You comfortable
sure.
with that number?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or do you
yeah.
want to give us another number? 500,000?
No, let's go with that 1 million.
500,000?
Yeah,
500,000
yeah, bo.
for one episode.
Yeah, bo.
500,000 for one episode, assuming 8 cents a view, would require you on YouTube to do 6.25 million views. Which is also arguably why a lot of these podcasters are trying to get sponsorship deals. Because they're like, look, maybe our cost of production is not that high, but from a comparative in terms of making income, we're seeing flames.
Netflix investment, Queen Sono was a product of Netflix substantial 15 billion original budget. Then it's not going straight, but it's saying, what is 15 billion?
That's probably for a lot of shows at once.
All at once. But I'll get it. It was a ridiculous number that
But
I got
it was
from
an
Insights.
outlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's difficult to work with outlier.
no,
That's why I'm trying to figure out like a cheaper, lower.
Let's work.
100,000.
No, let's go with 7. I can pick it up. I know people worked on the production.
No, forget Queen Sono. That's
Okay,
an
sure.
outlier.
Yeah.
Think of like a standard.
A standard, no?
100,000 an episode.
Yeah.
100,000.
How many apps?
No, it doesn't matter. 100,000 again at 8 cents requires you to do 1.25 million views.
Yeah.
So if ever you think you can drop one episode a week of whatever skit, a podcast, interview, a mini show on YouTube, to get 100,000 an episode would require you to consistently do over 1 million views. And from a South African perspective, that's, I don't think difficult is the word. I think it's impossible currently.
Yeah.
So then you might want to consider, I guess, if you're going to venture into YouTube, to almost, you have to equip that operation with some kind of sales function.
Yeah.
So
That's if you want to keep your production costs at the same level.
Yeah,
Sure.
so that you're not affected by, like you're saying, the impossibility of having to do these exorbitant viewership numbers to make money back.
You have to get to brands and advertise and have them, there's other ways, right? Because it's business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's either you do sponsorship deals to keep production at the same level, or you cut production costs, which is where now you're getting 100,000 an episode doing a TV show, and you keep 10,000. I'm doing 20,000 on YouTube, and I keep 15 because I found a way to lower my costs. I'm making more than you, but on paper you're making more than me.
So
becomes the conversation.
Also, in maybe the case of Chris Q, it's now leveraging on undiscovered talent as opposed to established names.
Yeah, because he's using people that would be very expensive.
Yeah, so you cut back in that sense as well. And that
something's vibrating.
It's you.
It can't be me. I never vibrate.
Oh, it's me. Sorry. I think it's the guy.
This is where now we speak Tyler Perry and Nollywood. Would to make your costing so cheap and so low that you can actually play in the space.
Yeah.
Number one. And then number two, and maybe we can pivot into this topic. I think it's going to be our last topic. We've been at it for over 2 hours.
We've been shooting for 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours 10.
We've spoken about one thing.
Yeah. It's an important thing.
Damn it. Anyway, Shaf, it's fine.
When we start having these conversations, mainstream moving to alternative because of the low barrier to entry. You just need a phone and internet as a base. Now we start speaking production costs. And it's been one of my frustrations with you guys at Tribal, that a lot of your costing is at market rates. But the market is set by these big guys who have had a lot of money, of which it's declining. And there's a chance it's going to get worse over time.
Yeah.
So rates need to be lower. If you were charging 3,000 Rand a day to work on a multi-choice production, and I'm asking you to come to a podcast set, you have to settle for 500, number one.
But I must lower my equipment.
You can't lower your equipment.
I can't.
I know. So
my man can work with other
so
equipment.
you need to go to Temu
Yeah.
to go and get cheaper equipment, or you're like, I'll come film with my phone. Maybe.
But my brain can't operate at a low rate.
You have no choice. Angithi manje, you were charging 3K. You guys have just been retrenched.
Sure.
And the only opportunities are at Konvo,
Yeah.
the Hustlers Corner, Sir Max Network, SMWX, King David Studios. And they say, hey, if it's our budget is $500.
No, that's true. I can't. Yeah, I have to adapt.
That's the first step.
Yeah.
But now we're all complaining that it doesn't do 500 because YouTube doesn't pay that well. This is where now we start going into AI.
Yeah. When we're speaking about content stuff, I want to speak about AI. I forgot the name of the company where they're just producing podcasts that are just AI. It's 2 guests chilling, 2 voices, upload on Spotify.
Is it just voice?
Yeah, just voice. And these guys, they churn out crazy podcasts on Spotify. And you're like, what the heck? Some ridiculous number, man, like about 500 podcasts in a day being churned out on Spotify. And you're like, okay. AI, is I forgot the name of the business, man. And those have got content on YouTube as well, where it's just pure AI. Just an AI business. Why are you checking that?
I searched on Google top AI podcasts on Spotify. Some of the top AI podcasts on Spotify include the AI Daily Brief, Everyday AI Podcast, the TWIML AI Podcast, and the NVIDIA AI Podcast. I wanted to see if in Mklambe they give number of views. Maybe that's not that important.
That'll be tough because it's voice. Where I think maybe they might not perform for now, then in the future they're going to gain a lot of traction, would be on YouTube. But for now, because it's Spotify, they might compete at the same level as guys who are physically doing this thing.
Yeah, but their cost is sort of like nothing.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. My second thought was, with the amount of content some of us have created, because I've seen AI podcasts with Joe Rogan. Download Penuel the Black Pen voice, download Tebogo Keebine voice. Go to ChatGPT, be like, I would like Penuel and Debza to discuss the latest findings in crypto and AI over the next 5 years. Please give me a podcast for 15 minutes. Please make it funny. Make sure that Debza dominates Pen. Make sure that Pen gets emotional. But at the end, they end up laughing and they agree.
Yes. You know what you're saying is possible?
Yes, I know it's possible.
People
What about
understand.
ChatGPT and those things? It's definitely possible.
Hey, this is crazy. Former EFF. Ubani?
Ndlozi?
Ndlozi goes on Power. He's on Power FM now. 2 months ago, I told you about this story, man. He's like, look, we're going to do a thing on Palestine and this whole war.
Israel and Palestine.
Sure. They're fighting. We're going to have an interview with Krok. It was Krok at that time and someone else.
Have an interview?
Yeah. And then Ndlozi is asking them questions. They ask back. And it's a whole interview. He did it for 30 minutes.
Sure.
It worked. It worked. And I'm like, we are in trouble here.
When are we going to experiment with that? Because we can do that very quickly.
Yes, we can.
DeepSeek, I'm not sure about Meta. ChatGPT, I think, has that functionality. I'm not sure about maybe Gemini.
There's another one called Sora or Soro.
There's a new one.
Yeah.
That one apparently is fucking shit up, especially from a visual.
Yeah, bulala. Yeah, my brother's using it. Yeah.
Just make it generic where it can be video. It's my face. And maybe I'm speaking through the video to ask questions, and you guys have plugged in an audio where I'm like, I'm currently having a conversation with DeepSeek, and I'm gonna ask questions, and we're gonna have a chat. Being Siri, I wanted to read this. I don't think I found the right technology. There's a technology I was looking for. 11 Labs. I forgot this thing, man.
Yes,
Anyways, I'm gonna read this. AI podcast generators that convert documents into spoken audio, creating podcasts from texts, PDFs, and other files by using text-to-speech technology. There's one that became famous recently. I just forgot the name, where you literally feed in a PDF document, and then you kind of choose the voices that you want. And then what it does is, let's say it's a PDF on the land audit in South Africa, 2017. And if you can, you run it for maybe 30 minutes. And you want an African guy from Nigeria, and you want English-speaking lady, but with a Chinese accent, discussing the South African land audit of 2017. And they start. So today, what? I even forgot the guy who sent me this thing. There was one who did one with my voice. I don't know if I sent it to you.
You did.
Because they typed in something on ChatGPT, and then they plugged it into this thing. And then it released a podcast, which it sounded like a mix of me and Usizwe Mpofu, to be fully honest. Hi, I'm Penuel the Black Pen. I'm here to talk about, and you listen and you're like,
it's done.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos said, you must never ever compete with the future. You're going to lose.
Yes.
Those were Jeff Bezos' words. One of the best interviews he's had. I'll get the link. And you can't fight it, man. Adapt or die. You choose, in fact. How we're going to fight it, I don't know. Do you even want to fight it? Is another question.
So you try to hold on with the hope that you were late, and you want to just figure your bearings out before this thing collapses.
And you can tell with this technology, there's no way that it's gonna go away. There's some technologies that have flopped, and I mean we never speak about technologies that have flopped before.
Sure.
This I don't see it flopping, man. I don't see it.
And there's too many people invested.
Nah, this one is insane, man.
We're not gonna find this thing.
Ufuna, the app that you're speaking about.
Yeah.
There's a kid. Maybe
no, not the app. I wanted the audio that this person sent to me. I even forgot who sent it. Fuck. If I could have remembered, I can see. Okay. I'll have to try find it another time. Because I wanted to play it now on the...
Your one?
On the audio, yeah.
No, I can find that one, man.
You think so?
The one that you and I, they send it to you.
Yeah.
There's no way. I'm not going to find this thing.
Are you going to our chat?
Yeah.
And then you want to go to media?
Yeah.
And look for audio? Hey, we've got a lot of audio.
Yes.
So that's going to be your struggle.
No, man.
That's going to be your struggle.
Yes, we talk a lot. My goodness.
This is why sometimes, when I search like this, I sometimes when I share things with people, try to put a description that will be easier to search in future. Let me see. Did you want to say something? I'll have to search for it another time.
Now I can't find it, but...
The other thing I wanted to search the latest AI tool. You said it's something like Sora.
Sora. Hey.
Sora 2.
Oh, that is that thing.
Sora 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it's under OpenAI. OpenAI is Sam Altman.
Yeah, I think so. That tall, slender boy. Hey, le Sora or Otini?
Sora.
I'm not by a color. People are crying. You must check it out.
Okay. There's nothing else you want to say about AI in the future, what we should be worried about. But yeah, with podcasting, at least for us, yeah, we're almost close to being fucked. And I know I've created enough content online for people to very easily download a lot of my shit and just replicate. Just replicate.
I'm studying a lot of things that used to bother me. And now I'm at a stage where some things, they don't really eat me up anymore. And one of it is competition. And competition is linked to human beings evolving or innovating. And part of what's happening now is you need to innovate and jump on board. You can be true, authentic, and be okay with it. But if you're just an average guy, you need to adapt, man. You need to jump and follow the trend. Or stick with what you have and still open up something for this thing that's on the side. Like what we have as a business is the television side of the business, where we service big brands or brands. There's the commercial side of the business. Then there's this YouTube thing. And we started late. But we're like, hey, man, the future is here. We are here. Can't there's something else immediately after, young Tol. So I think you need to have the base that you've been working with for however long, but add something. Because the you adding that thing is you adapting to whatever the times you're living in. If you're not adapting to that, you're in trouble.
Are you working on an exit plan, an insurance plan? If ever technology really accelerates very quickly and you're completely fucked. Because Netflix has already started with AI shows.
Ooh.
Hollywood is using more AI. If ever, for whatever reason, someone decides to just crank it up and it's about DSTV multi-choice are like, we're fucked. AI is taken over, so we can't even commission works. Maybe YouTube also is flooded with AI stuff. Have you got an insurance plan to say, if media doesn't work, if I can no longer create content, this is what I'll be doing?
I don't have. I'm thinking about a lot of other things, which is selling actual physical products. Whether it's a supermarket, it's a...
You think there's an opportunity there?
Yeah.
Retail is fucking hard.
Depending where you are, man. There's some places that are not, that people would still want to buy locally. Whether it's you opening a bottle store, I don't know what it is, but I need to find something outside of the entertainment industry generally. And I think it's selling an actual physical.
You haven't found anything?
Product. No, I haven't.
Farming.
Maybe. That's another thing. Where one cattle can give you however many kids over 6-7 years, and that's like your interest. So I think outside of that, outside of the media stuff, I think people must work on selling something physical, an actual physical product.
I wonder if anyone is looking to monopolize scooters. The same way Toyota monopolized minibus taxis. Because logistics is getting more and more serious. Courier. Even our death rate, motorcycle accidents, has increased insanely over the past couple of days because of these guys. Take a lot, Checkers 6060, Zulzi, and a couple of others. Number one, if someone's saying, I'm not going to be involved in the courier, but I want a monopoly on the supply of the vehicles.
Yeah.
A monopoly on the maintenance of the bikes. And I don't know if there are people, I know I've seen some companies recently because I had a chat with someone, companies that are actively trying to see how they can fast track drone deliveries in South Africa because it's happening in other parts of the world. We come by my drone for she's into. Because at least for now, we're almost buying time to the inevitable where we're just completely useless. There's a
it's gonna happen.
There's a humanoid robot, Neo. I don't know if you've seen.
Where's that?
Neo's a robot, the most advanced robot we have currently in the world. In fact, I was in China 2 years ago, and look, at the time I'd seen the videos. It's different when it happens.
Sure.
My mom and I get into a hotel, the hotel that we were booked at, and we go to the lift, and there's a box that's lit up. It's a robot. It's a box, but it's carrying, I think, food or something. It's chilling by the lift. We get to the lift, and the lift is coming down, which means this thing has been programmed, the lift, if it needs to go somewhere, iyayibiza. The door opens, and we get in, and this thing comes in with us. My mom's like, hey, kwenzakalani la? I'm like, hey, just unganaki kakhulu. It's going to the same floor as us. So we get to, let's say, the 5th floor. We get out. It's a trolley thing. This thing gets out. We walk and we watch it move to like a room, and then it waits outside. And I'm guessing it alerts the person who ordered what. So that's like a transportation robot that moves certain things, right? Some of these things are probably going to take something loaded onto a self-driving scooter, car that's going to come to your house.
Probably Tesla is doing that. Maybe I don't know if they do deliver. I don't know in the USA, because Google also has got its own cars. I think the other competitor here, Tesla, it's Google. I think.
Sure.
Yeah. It's yes, Bali.
So there's that now. You're gonna be bumping into a robot in the wherever you are. And you guys are going to get to a lift, and it's going to be like, hi. And you're like, hi. And depending on how connected you are, it will be like, hi, Debza.
We check us 360. Over a few years, I'm a robot.
It will only make sense.
Then you puma.
Sure.
You deliver. It's scary, man.
Depending on how... And look, this is where the blockage comes. Because we're in 2025.
Yeah.
And we still have petrol attendants in this country.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And we still have cashiers. I don't know why. Amazon did this thing many years ago. I saw Checkers is piloting now.
They have it in the Western Cape.
In the Western Cape.
Yeah,
a trolley
the digital trolley.
Yeah.
You just add, Kabanga the whole store. But that you're Puma. Yes. That means the only people that are left there are probably the guys that are just packing. That is it.
What's that clothing store, Yabo?
Unique.
Unique.
Yeah.
They kind of piloted that thing. I guess now it's like moving that into
food.
What
was happening at
Unique?
Unique in when you get to where you pay. By the time you put all the clothes in that thing,
sure,
it's already calculated.
Because I know Mr. Price, you can self-pay.
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I haven't.
Yeah, you can self-pay. Steers, McDonald's, KFC, you can order from
that thing.
Yeah, but Mr. Price, you can take your things and then you scan yourself and then you call with a card. And I remember this thing for us started with the banks, at least for me. I was in Carlton Center. I think I was still working for banking. I go to FNB, I get to the door. Umchita's like, this ATM.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, please.
Yeah.
I looked at him, I'm like, do you know that you're working yourself out of a job?
I did that with McDonald's.
I don't think, I did the same thing with McDonald's. I'm like, why are you
I'm like, yes. I mustn't go to, no, our bosses and you talk.
Because there's nothing they can do as well. They have to follow mandate.
Yeah.
And within 2 years, branches got smaller, some branches closed. Today, in a branch, there's like 2-3 people. Now you're like, Uzo enzanda. Can you not? Sometimes you go to the front, they're like, oh, please call. Here's the number.
Or there's a small machine outside.
And they did this thing with humans.
Yeah.
To tell humans, no, man. Tell everyone here to go to AI. And I wonder when they had this chat with these people to alert them to say, look, tell people to use the machines. I wonder what was that conversation like? What did they say to them? It's going to increase efficiency.
Yes, don't worry, guys. We're going to have opportunities for you in other divisions. It's an exciting time. Because I mean, who wants to be work at a till? You could go to head office. You can. Hey, now I want to buy dissect again.
Hey,
Next thing,
father.
section 189 letters. We're restructuring.
It's so sad, eh? It's really, really sad. And what's sad for me, it's people who don't have the ability to adapt and people who don't have the ability to see what's happening. I think a lot of people are not seeing it. Or they see it and there's a blockage in their mind about what is it that I need to do to make sure this thing doesn't put me in a position where I'm poor and I can't fend for my family. That's the sad thing for me. With this whole AI thing and just technology advancing at a crazy speed. That's what's sad for me.
Can't we come up with solutions? They don't have to be popular, but when people start reflecting, they'll be like, yes, this is what Tebs and Penuel were talking about. If to go back to that episode, Babetin, where are we going from here? And we say, we said, guys, look into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And just know that you're buying time, but ultimately, try and become anti-fragile. Visit Imakaya more often. Even in your own house, try and maybe switch off electricity for a day. Switch off your gadgets and start practicing in case you really become useless and the system is like, there's nothing we can do for you.
Marakiri people survive off money, Penzo. For them, what is the solution?
UBI is what's been said over the last 10 years. Universal basic income, which is fine. And look, arguably, and this is maybe why Cyril was celebrating, because many people were like, what the fuck? Why would this guy we are now at 29 million grant recipients with a smile on his face. Whereas if it's from Klaus Schwab and the guys at the World Economic Forum, it's like, guys, please slowly start getting people into grants, into this, so that they can adjust and it's not a big scare. So the more people we get on grants and there's no uprising. I'm
Okay.
I'm on TikTok, so I'm happy. I've got free Wi-Fi, library, in my little RDP, and I'm not really causing havoc. It's like, okay, let's test maybe with COVID, let's shut down and see how restless people come, even if they're poor and even if they need money. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
No, man, let's shift them away from.
No, I was in an Uber last Saturday.
Sure.
I was coming from a society, Saseladin. And on the way back, the guy is from Tembisa. So I was like, and I'm like, Ausabi velengai, because he picked me up from Bramfisher, but he was coming from Randfontein. But he was saying to me, Guti, as an Uber driver now, almost 40% of his income comes from doing Amakorea with demo machine. 40% of his income. He says that's where most of the income now is coming from. 40%, and that 60% then is Uber trips. But 40% is me couriering Temu and Shein packages to people.
What's dope is that, in fact, what up deal, in fact?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what I appreciate about a story like that. He didn't just say things like, in fact, hey, what can I do?
Sure.
The other people that are going to be in serious trouble, casinos. I'm telling you now, in the next 5-6 years, we're going to see a serious decline of casinos in Amma Mall.
Because of online gambling?
Yeah. Online gambling, did you find it? Online gambling, I don't know how much was made, whatever the revenue, it's in the billions.
Yeah, for sure.
60% of it came from online.
Sports betting.
Njayam, I'm telling you now, those guys need to adapt. Monte Casino, I think there's a casino, all these big guys. Soon they're also going to be in serious trouble. Just like Buste Kenikon, you made trusting flames now.
I mean, every third guy I know either has aviator or sports bet.
Yeah.
Every
third guy I know personally has aviator or sports bet.
Yeah.
And I've checked it out, even with colleagues that I work with.
Yes.
Aviator.
I had I did sports betting at some point.
Sure.
Not as a hobby, but Rugby World Cup, the one where Japan beat South Africa. I think was it the last or the second last
2019.
football World Cup? I think so.
Yeah.
I think the second last football World Cup. I just bet on a few things. I thought it was cool and I was doing risk hedging and what. But when I look at what's happening now, I'm like, nah, this is not how we're meant to be living.
Abantu baphanda ngayo.
Yeah.
Baphanda ngayo, you know.
Uvuke ekuseni uye
Yeah.
uye Spanini uyohlala at a vibe namajita with Wi-Fi and you're betting on sports.
Ishabo siyahlangana. Sometimes, you know. Itray means meet yaphuma.
Yes. I don't know where I'm gonna find
I
this
wonder
stuff.
how. It's sad. It's sad.
What's said?
I worry for people who can't adapt, man. It's
What do you think is going to happen?
crime
Realistically,
increases. Crime
They're going to
increases.
steal.
Yeah, crime definitely does increase. And I think then it links to other things. I just think people just become angry, man. You know, even if you speak to them, they're just the angry.
But don't you think they'll get the grants and we don't have to worry about crime?
Nah.
But they'll
Hey,
adjust to
yeah,
living a
David.
cheaper life. Maybe even the shops will have
There's
fewer
more
things.
prostitution increases. There's just a ripple effect.
Prostitution has increased.
There's a serious ripple effect in
But prostitution has increased.
A
It's
lot.
just not direct. Girls are not saying by dice.
Oh, Emmanuel.
But you go on social media now, Faith, and you tell a chick, I want to take you out. Yes, because she wants to suss out if you can buy her toiletries and get her a place to stay.
Any nightclub now, I'd bet you 90% of the women in there are selling. I'm here to have fun. Apaisa.
Do you know whatever happened to Miles's essay? No,
Khwalisa, yeah.
Is that corner?
I know
Because
the
he
one
said-
in Alex is still there. And the last time I spoke to him, he was working on adjusted and adapted concepts. And then he's built a Wakanda village outside Nelson Mandela Square.
Because supermarkets have got onto that. Because I know even when you go to Amaima Checkers, even like they've got a similar thing for honey, rice, staples.
ShopRite, you safe?
ShopRite has it.
No, I'm asking, multi-checkers, you're speaking specifically checkers.
I know, Wuti, I've been to a Checkers where they had a similar concept
Where you can measure whatever
where
you
you
want.
can measure honey.
Okay.
And then Kona Amayama supermarket ekasi where now you can buy staples like rice, impupu.
Yeah, or something I tell her.
Yes.
Then you're away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
What's that?
No, man. I mean,
But that concept must be stolen by everyone.
Yeah, no,
Because I also
Leo.
don't think you can patent it. But
I know that run you can't.
yo, shout out to ShopRite. Fethu Christu Viz. As if you don't get a ShopRite, depending on whatever place I'm in.
Sure.
And you figure in we daily, and there's a small tray and a pap and a soap for R5.
Yeah.
Klampe ine nyawo lenkukhu or something. And in my head, I'm like, if ever we had thought of this somewhere, people would have laughed. But because these guys at the scale they have, who fully understand their market, igwinya no poloni,
Yeah.
mhlampe no cheese 250. Uzogawula ntwana yami. Ayithi wena upakisa imoto whatever and isikhathi sokushaya papa sopo. You come on.
That time what dragon, 8 rand or something. Some
Pakistanis are
ridiculous.
onto the same thing.
Yeah.
When you go to city centers or a CBD, whatever supermarket you find, even now Lyrenbeck Square,
Sure.
it's a similar thing where you're getting a meal, papa, a vorse with gravy and a bit of cabbage, $15-20.
Oh.
That's a meal.
Futhi masilambe ngempela mfethu masihlupheka ngempela singathenga literally once cherish. And the one thing mfethu is uqinisa la kwipapa nesopo.
Yeah.
Awona papa.
Nesopo.
Awona papa.
But it can't just be papa on its own.
I don't know what papa has in it. Inventory ya khurisa mfethu. You get full mfethu. Whoever came up with the papa njami,
Whoever brought it to South Africa.
Is coco baba. That thing is a proper stable diet mfethu. It helps you that thing mfethu. Just to utisaya. But I mean for me, going back to what you're speaking about, I worry about people who can adapt. They really scare me. Because for me, it shows as well, you've got a mind block. And I don't know, must we treat you like a child? Like, what should we do with you? Because you can't think. So when the world is telling you this, I don't know if it's a disease, angazi sibizeni, pandemic angazi. Those people are very dangerous, man. The world is telling you this, and when you're like, And that's why for me I was telling you about competition. Once I've read about a few things, I'm like, nah, competition is nature. And you can't fight it. You cannot fight it, in fact.
It must flow like water.
How a chance? Or what? You come from a rich family, you are right. If Ukraine, jam. But if this is what the world is telling you to do, you gotta do what you gotta do. It is what it is. And especially with the government that we have, we always speak about the TikTok issue. That were fed. These people, I was half a fuck all. Like I was totally next with the views with the numbers we're giving them. You know, so I worry about those people, and something needs to be done, because we spoke about prostitution increases. People are addicted to gambling now as well. What should happen? So, hey man, it's life.
Say, Violet, there's things I wanted to say, but hey, we've been going for 2 hours 40.
What do you want to say?
Nah, whatever I want to say is going to open a whole new conversation.
Is it? Just the tip of the iceberg.
Shabantu ngama cliffhanger.
You master the cliffhanger. You know, I want to touch on this topic, but no, not today.
Boom.
I really wanna touch on this thing because it enlightened me. And I don't know how to pronounce it. That's what Cypher's Paul. What is it?
Syphilis.
Yeah. How do you spell it?
Must we end this episode and film another one?
Now. Yes, we can. I really want to speak about it because that thing really opened up my mind, man.
Okay. Caesar, do you have time? You tired?
No, I have time.
Okay. Let's please end this episode, then maybe we can hit for another hour.
Please.
Okay. Please cut.
Thank you.